Nice.
Now it's not. Sorry, we got the conversation going. My mind was elsewhere. I wasn't watching the script.
I was having to look up, just double checking who Jason Momoa was. This was all very important.
Wait, you had to look up who Jason Momoa was?
The name sounded familiar, but I couldn't put a face to it straight away, so I had to go check who it was.
Okay.
Yeah, but
we didn't say
Aquaman.
The
the main question is, are you pleased? Are you glad you looked that up?
Yes.
It depends. Did she get the picture from the Geico commercial or the actual picture?
Which one?
I can't unsee that.
I'll never be able to.
I don't want to see that if I can. I don't want that imprinted in my brain. I don't know what it is, but I'm not sure what to see. Anyway, welcome back to Isfjell.
Oh crap, are we live?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yes, ma'am.
And we're live.
Hey, everybody.
This is what happens when we don't get a countdown.
Sorry.
Backstage chatter.
Yes. All right. Well, welcome back. Before we get going, I don't believe, do we have any announcements other than I believe it's Haunted Chronicles on Tuesday?
I hope so.
Yeah. Hopefully. All things going well, where horrible things will happen to people who don't deserve them by a cruel and unjust storyteller.
And there is no DC by Night on Sunday anymore because
that's it has concluded, but there are new and exciting things coming. And in the meantime, any other announcements, anyone? Or shall I get straight on with the recap?
The recap.
Okay, the recap, which I definitely prepared in advance. So, last week, our heroes had just brought down the flying fortress, crashed into the ground outside the city, and Lucian went to fetch reinforcements from the army of Tilafang. Ira and Adair were inside the fortress and went on a little bit of I'm going to say undercover mission. It was surprisingly successful. They stole some uniforms. Ira passed herself off as a member of the invading force and managed to talk her way all the way up to the captain's office, where Adair transformed into a bear and things went about as well as you expect. The captain was killed, I believe, yes, and Ira rode a bear down the corridor until the remainder of the forces in the fortress surrendered. Meanwhile, Torvald called down lightning to destroy the ballista that was trying to fire on the Cloud Maiden, and I kept a watch from above and essentially terrified the people of the fortress of going our side. So, with the elves having surrendered, our heroes were rewarded by the Queen and received their 7,000 gold and the promise that they could take what they wished from the remains of the abandoned laboratory, the Coldwater laboratory. The Queen did claim that nothing of magical interest had been found in the fallen fortress, although I believe that not everyone quite believed that claim. So our heroes got a good night's rest, and or did you go shopping that same? No, you went shopping that same day. Very sorry. Yeah, you headed off shopping, and were shown some very expensive cloaks. There was some debate on prioritizing monetary spending. Adair made a donation to a local orphanage and received a contact for the criminal underground in Isfjell. But
so just remember, if you ever need contacts in the criminal underground, you get them through donations to orphanages.
Yes.
That makes sense.
And if they don't give you the contacts, just don't keep donating more until they do. That's how it works. And So we will pick up the next day after they've decided that shopping had tired them out and they needed a good rest before doing anything else. But first of all, after we've rolled the trailer, we will just go check in on what Krasara was up to during that. So we'll be back in just a moment.
Before light, there was darkness. Before there was order, there was chaos. An endless war between the gods and their enemies. A war the gods could not win. Till a champion arose, wielding a weapon of otherworldly power. The war was won, the enemy banished, but the weapon was shattered, its fragments scattered across the new formed world. Now, thousands of years later, many seek the fragments of that long-lost weapon. Among them, our 5 brave heroes. The druid, troubled by dreams and his own temper. The blacksmith turned warrior in search of revenge. The raider, determined to protect her friends and her growing family. The traveller from a distant land, guardian of those down on their luck. And the girl willing to sell her soul for a taste of adventure. Their hunt will take them to distant and dangerous lands, far beyond the borders of Isfjell.
Okay. So it is towards the end of the day of shopping and excursions, and Krasara. Ooh, music is too loud. But Krasara, you have 2 loyal servants and followers. For approximately, at this point, you realise the next half an hour before they potentially get wise to the fact that you have charmed these captive elves with the staff of Lolth that you obtained from the temple. So you have currently under your command these 2 elven soldiers you picked up from the fortress, and they are well, you say elven, but they probably look more to be about half elven by your estimate, but it's hard to be sure. But yeah.
And they're
What are
wearing
you-
green.
No, they're not. They're wearing the black and gold uniform of the elvish forces. Sadly, all my elf tokens seem to be wearing green. I need to diversify my elf token selection safely into a new color palette. Yes, they are 2 female elves, or half elves, not entirely sure, who are currently think you are their new leader and are looking to you for guidance and instruction. Boss? What would you like us to do, boss? Should we...
Well, if you've finished carrying everything that we've purchased back to the ship, organized it,
Yes, boss?
you've already done all of that. Did you manage to brush Torvald's beard and rebraid it for him? Because it was a
No,
little
he went off shopping on his own. We lost the others. I think they wandered off whilst we were in the second shop.
Oh well, they're lost. Let's see. We've already mailed my letters. I think that's it, except we should probably go get some ale and have a 30-minute discussion.
That sounds good. Yes, you. By the way, you all have rooms currently at the palace for accommodation. But yeah. So yes, you head over to a nearby inn, where the innkeep gives you a slightly odd look because it's a pair of elves and someone who's clearly not from around here.
I just give him a look. Don't come over here. Thanks.
Yes.
Then we'll go sit down. All right, so you go get us some ale, a lot of it,
Yes, boss.
and pay
And-
for it.
I don't have any money, boss.
Do you have any money?
No, boss.
I have to do everything. I have to do everything. Everything.
We were coming here
money.
to take the country. We didn't pack spending money.
All right, hurry. Ale, now.
Yes. And one of the two wanders off.
Okay, so while we're doing this, you're clearly my favorite because you're the most intelligent. So we're gonna spend some quality time while I sent that one off. But
Indina is not known for being the smartest, to be honest.
No, I can clearly tell. She should have been carrying the money for you. It's the whole. Anyway, so since you're the most intelligent, clearly the most important, this is why you're having a one-on-one with your definite boss. Tell me some more about your plans from the Empire, exactly. I need a refresher.
Well, I mean, the plan as I heard, I was only one of the guards in the engine room. We were just mainly in charge of making sure that no one came in and disabled the engine or anything, which obviously
Definitely
no one but you.
Happened.
No, yeah. Well, but it's okay if it's you. Like
I'm the boss.
You're our commander. Like, yeah, you knew what you're doing. But if some other nefarious person had come in and disabled the engine, that would have been terrible.
Not quite.
Yes, but from what I heard, the plan was to fly the castle over the capital, drop off mages on the walls, rain down hell from above until they surrendered, and then try and hold the royal family hostage until the bulk of the army could make its way across the marshes and land in Tilafen.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's very ingenious. You will get 2 cups of ale.
Yeah.
So
there are still some forces over towards Rivermore, but apparently they're a bit rubbish.
Oh yes, never go that way. Never go to Bonebrook. Those are absolutely trash, garbage. They're not even worth your time. Don't ever go that way.
No, I would. Everyone in the Empire knows you don't if it's in the marshes, you just don't bother with it.
Yeah,
Bonebrook is isn't Bonebrook that place where they just send anyone who's really pissed someone off?
That's what I've heard. So what exactly would you have to do to piss somebody off that bad?
Depends. If you're,
if you were, say, an accountant, what would you do that would be so bad?
Drawing attention to someone's spending habits that they weren't supposed to, foil someone's tax evasion scheme, or just, help looked at them funny. I've heard that up in the Flying City, up in the Tharis, it doesn't take much for the non-nobles to get kicked out.
So what exactly is it like up there?
I don't know. I've never been. I've until I set out for Tilafen, I lived my whole life on or under the ground.
Under the ground? Under the ground where?
Zelbrinta. It's underground. It's a city.
Tell me more about this place. It sounds interesting. You're clearly my favorite, so I want to know more about your home.
Thank you. Oh, it's Jaris, by the way, in case you forgot.
Say that again.
Jaris?
Jaris. Okay.
Well, the city it's said to be the oldest one in the Empire, older than wherever Netharis came from. It just kind of floated down one day. I kind of failed history a bit, if I'm being honest. But
it's not the best subject.
So Zelbrinta's underground city, it was built by, I think there was some breakaway sect, something to do with spiders. Anyway, when the Empire got united, the whole spider cult thing was, ended. It was generally agreed that we should probably stop sacrificing people to the spider demons.
That's a good idea.
Although my grandmother has a weird thing for spiders, so
They are pretty creepy. No offense, of course, but the extra legs and the eyes and the moving and the ooh.
No, she really likes, like, she collects spiders and spider themed things. It's apparently a family tradition.
Okay. That's yeah. So, do you like spiders too?
I mean, they're quite cute. There's something, I don't know, there's no good feeling about those little eyes.
They're not supposed. Nothing should have that many eyes.
But
Ever. That's too many eyes. But
Too
but
many
to
eyes.
each, but anyway, to each their own. It's fine. So, what other information?
Oh yeah, information. Yeah. Well, let's see. I mean, what kind of information are you after? Like, I'm just like like I'm gonna be honest. They don't put the best guards down in the engine room during a battle. Like, I'm kind of low ranking, and I mean,
Well, that's quite all right. Not for long. Not for long. I see the intelligence in your eyes that you only have two of, thankfully. So yeah, I'm sure you've heard something, some gossip. I'm sure someone has said something.
I mean, well, there's always rumors all around the Empire. There's something big planned that this whole Telefen thing is just the start of something else. But
What is this something else? Why the squirrel country?
well, apparently, well, there's not that many countries left to conquer, but I've heard whispers that once Telefen's done, there's plans to head up and those what's this, the ice people? What's it called? Ice Mountain, Isfjell.
I would really like to see them try that shit. Anyway, so they
Oh
think
yeah,
they're gonna go.
there's plans apparently. This is just rumors and gossip, but everyone, I don't know. It's just rumors that something really big is being planned.
Really big, as in what? And if I have any ale, if she brought any back, I'll be pushing it towards her.
So talking without me?
Oh no, of course not. Sit down. I'll make a secret motion to the Shaurus and.
Well, as I said, I don't know. It's more that like the Empire's not expanded in centuries before now. Like the last place it took was like some of the islands out east, and then everything kind of settled down for ages. But now, apparently, there's sort of a new wizard on the council, and she's got big plans.
Oh, a new wizard. Interesting. So that might be why they're trying to expand more.
Yeah, but as I said, I no one really tells me much, to be honest.
That's such a disappointment. They should talk to you more. Clearly,
Well,
very valuable.
well, look. I mean, I'm not even in one of the houses. Like, I was promised that you serve in the army, you help, and then you get like a proper position in one of the houses, and like get to go up to Natharis and.
Just consider yourself a part of a house. You just pick a house and you're part of it. I'll see to that.
House of the Shadow Spider.
Also concerning, but okay, yeah, sure. If that's the one you want, then that is yours.
I mean, it was my grandmother's house before things got complicated. I mean, my grandmother on my other side was House of the Ever Blooming Tree, but I'm not really into like that whole woodsy like archery thing, to be honest. I mean, I have a bow, but it's just not my style.
It's so yeah, that's lame. So, what about you? What have you heard?
Oh, about what? Like, I mean, gossip or?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we heard about you before
it
you.
Must have been how amazing I am. My muscles, my power.
It was more. There was rumors that if anyone anyone saw a flying ship, they were to, or any hint of a flying ship, they were to get in touch with their commander and get a message up to Natharis as fast as possible.
Oh,
Someone's looking for you.
did that happen?
I mean,
Did you fail orders?
I was down in the engine room.
Well, surely you must know. You're a soldier. You're a part of this. You don't know if orders have been followed. I lean over and I'll take the cup of ale away.
I presume someone sent a message to the Natharis. Yeah, but I don't know whether it got through before, you know, the fortress fell out of the sky.
That did happen. Okay.
And like, and then I changed, and then
here, have some more ale.
Changed. Wait.
Go on, drink up. I bought that just for you. Because we're all friends here.
Sharis? Kasara, do you speak Elvish?
I speak Common and Primordial.
Okay, so you don't understand what Indina says next to Jaris, but they see them looking at each other, look at you, look at each other, they look at you.
Now, Shoris, remember what we were discussing earlier?
Yes, yes, I remember what we were discussing. Yes,
and
as I said,
because you know you are my favorite, so that will happen.
Yes, of course. Look, maybe I can definitely tell you more. I just need give me some time to think on what I've heard and what I know.
Well, you wouldn't lie to me, would you?
No, never.
We're friends. No, you would. Why? No. You wouldn't.
Yeah, we're
lie to me.
friends.
We're friends. I wasn't talking to you.
Dina.
See, this is why I don't like her. This is why I like you. Clearly, you got all the looks too. This one is just.
Hey, I can hear you. I'm sat right here.
Oh, sorry. I completely forgot.
I've had enough of this. Jarrett thinks you're so much better because your great grandfather was a proper noble elf. Like, come on,
She's my friend, of course.
It's half human like me.
Friend.
It's just the same.
I'm going to defend my friend, of course.
Friend, you clearly put some kind of horrible spell on us, and that
I'm not. Do I look like a wizard? I mean, if I were in some sort of game, I would be considered a barbarian, not a wizard.
You are a barbarian. You're from up north in Isfjell. Like, it's that magic. Are you still carrying the staff around with you?
Oh yeah, that never goes anywhere.
It's evil, weird spider shit. You and her are clearly in this together.
Well, I mean, that would just give Sharis and I a bond. I mean,
no, I will not betray the secrets of Elden Ra. You will.
Well, I'm still your boss. I mean, I was given that position, so sit down.
No, I will not. I'm going. Where are my weapons?
Oh, we sold those a long time ago. Of your own will, you did. Because I needed to shop. I needed clothes, nightgowns, things. Money doesn't grow on trees.
And you see Indina sort of reach down and pull up like a table knife and hold it threateningly towards you. Let me go. You can't hold me hostage here. I won't let you.
Now, Sharis, does it look like that either one of us are holding her hostage here? I mean, clearly she's clearly misinterpreting the situation. Now, just drink your ale.
No. I'm walking out of here.
I mean, you could certainly try, but I weigh about 180 pounds more than you or something.
Indina stands up.
Try? Okay. So this is the road we're gonna go down. Joris, honey, could you excuse me for just one moment? I think Idina and I need to have a conversation. Drink up.
Yes, boss.
Here's extra money. Order whatever you would like. Think of how just relax, and we'll work on getting you into your house. And I walk up and I will grab Idina by the wrist and drag her back a few feet.
All right, I'm gonna ask you to make me a strength check here.
Okay, so with my strength, that is a 18.
You have got a stronghold on the Indina, who's sort of like, let me go. For the Empire, let me go.
Okay, 1, you're gonna drop the knife. 2, you do realize that entire fortress went down and everyone that wasn't with me died. So technically, I saved your life.
Captive. They're taken captive. Put me with them.
You captive. You followed me willingly.
Put me with the rest of the prisoners. I'm not going to be traipsed around town and it's some kind of weird trophy.
I will start to walk back towards Charis. Now, there's no need for all of this, so I guess we'll need to go and find the others and have a discussion. Charis, my dear, would you like to...
I believe the other Eldenrath soldiers were taken and put in the castle dungeons. I'm sure that Indina would be happy there, boss.
Of course. Well, if that's your recommendation, since you are my number 2, then that's where she'll go. So, do you remember where the others went? And I'll gesture out the door. We'll go this way. Did you want to take a snack with you? You can have whatever you want. I hear there's turkey legs and things.
I'm not hungry, but thank you.
Oh, okay. Come on then. And I'll start to head and drag her back to the dungeons, but not Charis though, because she's my friend.
Jaris following behind. But yes, so with this Indina deposited back in the dungeons, when the rest of the party having returned from their shopping trip, was there anything what anyone wanted to do that evening, or shall we skip ahead to the morning with everyone caught up and combined?
I think we can skip to the morning.
Yeah.
All right. Jaris is happy to sort of hang around because you've got a kind of suite up in the palace. So I think it was 3 bedrooms between your whole group, but with like room in the like area outside for any guards / elves. It depends what you want to do with your definitely trustworthy elf.
I think it would be a good idea to keep her close, comfortable, keep an eye on her. I mean, what? No, just keep her comfortable. She might remember something.
Okay, so the next morning, as the breakfast is brought by servants, and you are all together in your suite, your luxury rooms. Aldous has decided to, take some time out. She has a few bits and bobs and things to get sorted, so she's got her own stuff to do. Whilst the rest of you, what would you like to do?
I'll
And
bring
why
everybody.
is your friend still here, Crasara?
Because she's my friend. She has information for us. And she's my number 2. They're like giving Torvald the play along look.
Torvald's gonna look. Is it her?
Her, yeah.
Okay. Torvald's gonna look at her and say, "Aren't you a little bit angry?"
What? No. Why would I be angry? All the rest of the people who were formerly in the same army as myself are currently stuck in a dungeon underneath this castle. Whereas I've got feather pillows and a promise of a help to get to where I need to get. Why would I be angry?
Ah, so you're just selfish. I understand.
A little bit selfish.
Everyone's a little bit selfish. And I see this, look, the 5 of you, well, plus a few archers, took down an entire armed fortress. I'm taking a gamble that it might be worth switching sides.
And we did save your life.
Do I believe her?
Make me an insight check, please.
Oh, jeez. 11.
It's hard to really get a read on her. She's this. She's got sort of greyish coloured eyes and this quite sort of pale, almost more white blonde hair. I need to stop making blonde characters. Actually, they're a pain to draw. Do you know? She's now got black hair because I have far too many blonde NPCs.
All right.
Getting confusing.
I guess I can understand that. But you listen up. You understand what we're capable of, right?
Yes.
If you try anything, you'll have a lightning bolt up your arse faster than you can say anything.
Understood.
Torvald will kind of just like sit back a little bit more and kind of cross his arms.
Jara sits back and crosses her arms.
Torvald stops.
Just a little
he doesn't want to be copied.
Dara's going to walk over and sit down and say, so, yesterday while you guys were shopping and getting things, I went to the local orphanage and made a sizable donation in our name. And I gathered some information that
Well, it seems I've underestimated you there. What kind of information did you get?
There is a DM, you referred to her as, was it Queen of the Streets? Was that the right
Queen
word?
under the streets.
Under the Streets. Thank you. I knew it was something like that. Under streets, overcoats.
She's queen on the streets and under the streets.
On the streets and in the sheets. Anyway, this queen under the streets, Polkus, I believe is her name, and might be able to provide us some information of things going on in the city. And he will specifically look at Ira, kind of raise an eyebrow. He's not going to say anything more. And he's going to just go back to eating his food, like nothing else.
Sorry, he unmuted me.
All right, well, I think we should be checking out that laboratory today. What do y'all think?
I think it sounds fun.
I'm not sure fun's the word for it, but I like your enthusiasm.
Everything's fun with you guys.
Sounds quite disturbing when you put it like that.
Torvald like smiles a little bit and puts his hand like up towards his beard where the flower's like in there, and he kind of glances down as it's like dying.
Adair will
I'll make a new one.
Adair will reach over and touch it and make it come back.
Oh, yay!
Blossom.
Thanks, Adair.
Would you like some more?
Oh no, thank you.
I'll make more. Ira will run downstairs and outside and cast the staff. So that's 2 of 10, and then run back with another flower. Here you go.
Does that thing recharge at least?
No.
Yes, it does.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
I thought I only got 10.
No, every dawn you get 1d6 plus 2 charges back. I think that's
wow.
Yes, so you can open a very limited florist shop.
Excellent.
All right. He'll kind of put it in the other side of his beard and like.
Well, you gave me an entire set of armor, and now I have to pay you back. But I assume plate armor is very expensive, so many flowers to come.
So you're getting petal
Aye.
armor instead.
I'm sure this has some benefits.
You definitely
Well, you
smell
look quite-
better.
Yeah, you smell better and look quite charming. So already a
Torval
step in
gets
the
a
right
plus
direction.
1 to charisma.
Anything to help him smell better is a good thing.
I heard that.
It's an awkward silence. Like,
Oh, whoops! Did I say that out loud? I was talking to
You did.
Shoris.
Wasn't very nice of you.
What? I was commenting that you smell nice.
No, that's not
unusual.
what you said.
Well, this is an A and B conversation, so see your way out of it.
I didn't know you could spell.
Well, now you know.
I'm impressed.
Adair, how's your morning going?
He's just sitting over there still eating.
Adair and I are just like watching Torvald and Chrysara argue with each other.
Fairly well. Maybe we'll get lucky and someone will die at the lab today. Looks over at Sharis, our new party member.
Well, I've already done my time, so.
Oh, speaking of which, Shoris, are your parents still alive?
Hey, that's my line.
More children.
That's a very specific question, but my mother is still alive. Yes.
Tis has been too liberal with the NPCs. By the end of the campaign, we're gonna have a party of 40, like an orphan army.
Little orphan army.
Little orphan army.
Tomorrow.
Oh,
My father may still be alive. He is an office, a petty officer in the army. So.
Okay. Wait, what does he do?
He's petty, obviously. He has poor attitude.
Please tell me he's been.
Was he on the fortress serving by chance?
No, he was over further east. He was his groups were meant to be going to reinforce Rivermore.
Oh.
He went. Shut up, guys. He went where?
Rivermore.
Well, what is your father's name?
I'm laughing in character, by the way.
Yeah.
Sharis looks kind of taken aback, like. Well, I don't really know what's funny here.
They're probably drunk. He drinks a lot of ale. He's like an ale master that usually messes up, so it's all right.
His name's Roland.
That name ring a bell to anybody?
It's not for any DM imparted reasons.
Rolling in his grave.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody else said it.
Because didn't we?
Well, I think we should be getting going.
See you
We
later.
got enough conversations for today.
Yes.
No, let's do more shopping.
Just pay them no mind. They drink a lot.
I can see. It is quite early in the morning to be drunk.
Dwarves, you know. And then Adair is just Adair.
You can't get any better once you're already.
I've been
Yeah.
sober my entire life, except for in Valhalla. Had some drinks there.
Right.
That
Well, you
reminds
are-
me. We'll need to hear some of those stories soon.
Oh, they weren't very interesting, unfortunately. Ours was the most interesting. I had to talk the most.
Well, I could understand that.
I'm sure that was challenging for you, Ira. I know you put an effort in.
Oh, of course, I talked a lot.
So, yeah, welcome to the inner circle, Sharis.
Indeed. The inner circle of what, may I ask?
That's.
Is there an outer
information-
circle?
That's and Dina was, way in the outer circle. I can't give you all of the
And
information.
Dina is one of those Empire diehards, very loyal to her, to the
I'm
cause and
more
all that.
I'm more loyal to living, aren't you? Not die
yes.
for the Empire.
Exactly.
Well, I'm about ready to get going, so you can follow me if you'd like. But I'm going to head over to the Coldwater, whatever it was, laboratory.
Adair will sit down
And
his
Torvald
bowl
will
and
get up.
Adair will sit down his bowl and go, "I'm with you. There are dishes to be done. I think we should head out now."
Oh, you're going to test out this new hammer as well.
Okay. So, sorry.
I was gonna say, are we all going?
Except Alda, she's staying to clean the dishes.
Yes, she's pressed the digitating.
You've got servants for that now.
Procrastination and prestidigitation. That's
Put 'em
entirely
together.
episode for her.
Aldous is, she's got to do some bits and bobs, get some rest, have some time away from all you weirdos.
Yep.
Like,
So
Poor girl needs some time out.
so we'll take off, and I assume you were told where it was.
Yes, you were. You know that it's not very far across town, and I believe it was labelled on the map as Wizard's House because that was before I gave it a name.
Wizard's
yeah.
house.
It is off Fen Square, not very far away in the city. And
Okay.
if you head over towards the Coldwater.
I was gonna say, I think we broke her.
Sorry. What was I going to say? I've forgotten what I was going to say. Yes. You head over towards the Coldwater laboratory. You can see the building on the outside. It looks like the windows have been boarded up. And the door is marked across with a big board that says, "Danger, do not enter." And underneath it was saying, "No, really, do not enter."
Did we bring any danger with us?
Torvald looks around.
I guess we can go in.
Sharis, your nickname isn't Danger. Your middle name's not Danger.
No.
Oh, then we're good. No one else is. Yeah, we're good.
All
Well-
right. You know it was a joke, right, Kasara?
I was making a joke.
Well, you're not very good at it.
Nobody asked you.
Hey, don't talk to the boss that way.
Thank
Dare,
you.
how's your morning going?
You know, Sharis, as a new member of the group, I think it would be appropriate if you had the privilege of opening the door.
Are you scared of doors?
Not in the slightest.
He's just lazy.
Fine. I mean, what can a door possibly do?
Adair's going to take a step back.
Torvald's gonna like raise his shield. And you just see it like Intelligent Justice's eyes.
Oh no, doors are perfectly safe.
Aye, nothing to worry about.
Door opens and nothing explodes.
See? It's what I told you. Doors are perfectly safe.
Exactly what I expected. Right.
Just ignore
And-
them.
And through on the other side, you can see what appears to be almost like a shop counter and a staircase leading upwards. And behind the counter, a door that's partly ajar, and you can see beyond that sort of what appears to be quite a large room, quite in shadow because all the windows have been boarded up in here, so it is dimly lit in here.
Well, I guess we should have a look around. Any objections?
No, there could be things in here that we can take. I mean, borrow.
We probably should have brought all this. She's the one who can detect magical things.
Oh, can you detect magical things?
No.
Not you, show us.
No, I'm not a wizard.
If you were in a game, what would you be considered? What class?
What kind of game is I mean,
It's this really. It would be like a really weird, obscure tabletop game, maybe with like a bunch of people pretending to be people.
I think she'd be a
yes,
pawn.
yes, we play those. Yes, I'm usually play the Sombra. It's very fun.
Oh, great.
Oh, you don't play?
You usually play a what now?
Oh, it's like oh. Do you not play tabletop games anyway? You're from.
What
Okay.
my friend is asking is, what are your combat capabilities?
Oh, sorry. Well, I have a bow that I'm okay at. Wait, have you let her keep her weapons, Chrysara?
I think we sold them. Well,
I had a bow, and I had quite a nice knife. Currently, I've got a fist.
All right.
I'm not very good
shit.
at punching things, to be honest.
Can you use a javelin?
I can try.
I will hand Taurus a javelin because I happen to have a spare.
Looks like a spear. I know how to use a spear.
You have my spear and my axe.
Give them back. They're mine.
I have a bow. I have a bow.
I have a spare hand axe. You
I
can
have a
that.
badger.
We just throw like 4
Let it
different
go.
weapons at her.
Hi, I got this chainmail here too. Why don't you try that on for size?
It's short.
So is there anything that looks the slightest bit interesting in this room that we are presently in?
So
Anything
you're
on a shelf?
currently the room you're in is supposed to be this sort of entrance room. There's a desk with a dusty looking bell on it, a little sign saying please ring.
Does the desk have any kind of storage nooks or drawers or anything?
Most of them are just behind it you can see there's some shelves. Most of it is empty apart from cobwebs and dust. There is one large book on there, sort of large leather bound book, which is on the cover you see stamped visitor book.
I'm very interested in those games you were talking about earlier, Chrysara. Here, I will go ahead and pretend to be the clerk of this laboratory, and I will go behind the desk area, and I'll take the book, and I'll go, welcome! Am I doing it right?
Yes, you're doing it very right.
I don't know what this book is, but I have it. Let's see. Welcome to the laboratory. This is the laboratory book, and I'll open it. What is it have?
You could see it's a list of people's names and dates when they visited the laboratory. It appears, yeah, it's a visitor sign-in book.
These are all our victims. We're an evil laboratory.
Who was our last victim?
Hmm.
Evil Ira of the labs.
Who is the last signature in the book? Dayton, whatever.
The last visit occurred about 2 months ago. And the last visit here is just signed in as a Vilena.
Vilena. Vilena. About 2 months ago?
If I lean anymore, I'll fall over.
Is there any other information along with the name?
No, just that she was here and it was 2 months ago. I could just read the whole book if you like, and then I'll start. Dave 4 months ago, Eric 6 months ago, another Eric 7 months ago.
Eric Daverson.
Derek Averson.
Davidson Erickson.
Oh, actually, the other thing is, so it does also say there's another column. So there's column of the visitor, the column of the date, and the column of like who supervised their visit.
Evil Ira.
And the last supervisions on the last day they had visitors are signed in as Davina Coldwater.
It looks like the clerk before me was Davina Coldwater, my evil predecessor.
Are there any spiders?
She's at the desk, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are there
So
any
there's the desk,
spiders?
there's stairs upstairs, and there's also this big, you can see this door leading through into a larger room behind.
Are there any spiders in
Yes.
there? We'll gently pick one up. We'll allow.
And you gotta tackle a swarm of spiders.
Make me an animal handling check because it's very rare that they get.
That would be an 18.
The spider is very happy to be picked up.
I'm gonna put it on my shoulder. Put it around it.
All right. Torvald's gonna just like walk over to the desk, kind of like lean on it, and ring the bell.
Yes, sir.
I can use your assistance.
Do you
Do you
Make-
think?
Make me a
I could
perception check.
What'd you say?
Who, me or Torvald?
anyone who's listening, basically.
Okay.
Not one. I'm deeply involved in the roleplay.
He's very distracted by Torvald's roleplay.
I got an 18.
Oh no.
I got an
24.
18.
Okay, so Kasara and Torvald, you both hear upstairs. You hear firstly the echo. You hear a bell ringing somewhere upstairs, and secondly, you then hear a snatch of a voice. Don't worry, Davina. I'll go get that.
Torvald, did
And
you hear that?
A door upstairs.
Apparently, we're not alone.
It's just my assistant. Are we still playing?
We're not.
We're gonna no.
Okay.
And I was just gonna ask to see her wares too.
Oh.
Of course, you were gonna ask to see her wares.
It seems we're not alone, so he was under the impression because of the boards and such. This place was not occupied.
Well,
So-
maybe they just like their privacy.
You don't think that's the case, but nice try.
Do we hear anything else? Is there any other?
Should we follow the sound or should we wait for them to come to
No.
us?
Weirdly, there's no footsteps on the stairs or anything. It's just it's where it stopped.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Maybe we shouldn't draw attention.
Well, I think we should go check it out.
Maybe a
Right.
dare could turn into something creepy and sneak up the stairs.
Ooh. Be a bear again.
Maybe your friend can go first.
I will
up the
be-
stairs.
And I will be evil Ira, tamer of the willed bears.
I would like to
You said our
cast-
half-elf companions were in the red shirt,
Adair
right?
said, "Cool." Anyway.
Unless Chrisara bought her a red shirt, no, she's wearing black.
She's still in her uniform.
Hoping should be a red shirt.
No. You know my track record. That's not going to happen. There's more danger if she's in a green shirt.
I would like
That's-
to cast Speak with Animals and have a conversation with my new spider friend. And ask my spider friend what has happened here in the last 24 hours.
Nothing much.
Would you
I
mind?
caught a really nice fly, and there was a really nasty draft that upset my cobweb.
When was that?
Mm, Yesterday, I think. Yes, yesterday. But I fixed it now. It's all sorted.
Would you do me a favor? I'll help you get some flies if you'll.
Yes, for flies. Yes.
Stairs. Just give me an idea of all the types. Just take a couple of minutes and check it out. Let us know
Alright,
how many.
I'll go. I'll be back in a bit.
Get less than 10, because that's all I've got to speak with you.
Okay, I will hurry. I will hurry. The spider scuttles off upstairs.
How large is the spider?
Did you pick a particularly large spider now, or
I will leave that to DM's discretion.
I was gonna go for like big well, not hunter spiders. They don't spin webs, but like decently sized like house spider.
Okay.
Like,
He's
not
from
as a-
Texas, so when you
Not,
say
it's not a
decently sized-
Singaporean orb weaver that's like this.
No, it's not like a tarantula size. Like I don't know. Look. I come from a country of little, well-behaved spiders. Like
Let's
I
just
don't
make
know.
it a black widow because they creep everybody out. And I like them.
Okay, fair enough. She's a black widow now, or he. Big one. You can talk to spiders?
Yes, can't you?
Oh, that's
They're
amazing.
easy to they're easy to talk to. It's listening to them that's the hard.
Huh. I'd love to know how to do that.
We can discuss that at another time.
Spiders?
Maybe he can teach you to speak with spiders.
So, as you're waiting for the spider to return, do any of you have anything you wish to do in that 10 minutes as you are just waiting for spiders?
I'm
I'll
gonna
probably
keep a lookout.
I'll probably poke around the desk more.
All right. So amongst the cobwebs, you find a mostly dried up pot of ink, a couple of quill pens, and scraps of parchment. One of them has actually there's quite a few scraps of parchment. I'm gonna say ask for an investigation check whilst we're waiting for informative scraps of parchment.
Let's see. That's a 2.
You find one that says shopping list.
Ooh.
Bread, fish, milk, socks.
Very good.
And after some time, this
What was the 4th item? Was it socks?
socks.
I think we are in an evil lab. I don't know who would wear socks.
I'm trying to figure out what kind of meal you prepare with bread, fish, and socks.
And milk.
And milk.
And
yes.
milk.
Ew.
I mean,
It's a
she rolled
nice-
a
it's a
2.
nice
It might not
fishy
say any of
roux.
those things.
You put milk and you put the milk in a pan. You put the fish and the bread in socks, and then you boil them in the socks. Obviously.
It's
Are
a
they clean
fishy
socks?
a
Or
fishy
do
roux for your
so
shoe.
it's sockeye salmon.
Oh,
Oh.
Wow.
there you go.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I am truly sorry. I apologize.
You're not sorry.
No, I'm not.
Don't fake apologize. Keep your false apologies.
But yeah, after 10 or so minutes, the spider returns. Oh yeah, just before 10 minutes is up. Well, do you want everything? There was a very big scary mouse. Enormous. I think there's a pigeon somewhere that's got in. Keeps flapping about upstairs. There's the people, obviously, the weird people. And then it starts to list off several types of fly. I need to move a web up there to the upper rafter, and because there's a really juicy one. Anyway, yeah, that's everything I saw.
Just imagine listing off the flies like bubba gum.
In like very very spidery terms for like the spider language terms for the flies are like extra juicy green winged fly. The like
Fly gumbo. Fly on a stick.
Have you eaten fly? It's very good. Better than butterfly. Butterfly, too much wing, not enough meat.
It'd be a little bitter too.
But that's everything I saw.
Thank you. See about getting you those flies. Back on. Put the spider. Not making a gender term here. I almost said him. Putting the spider back on the.
Spider. Readjusts a few things and settles back into weight.
Well, did you learn anything from your friend there?
Yes, but I done forgot what it was because I was too busy making jokes.
Didn't happen to be something about strange people upstairs. did it?
Yeah. There were some strange people upstairs and lots of flies.
Did
Naturally.
any pigeons get in?
The good news is they were normal sized flies. I think it's only the people we have to.
All right. Well, I think maybe we should go check it out. And sorry, your new friend should lead the way.
I'm not 100% on that, by the way.
Well, I am.
Right.
Oh, for the love of all the gods. I will go first and she can go behind me. Close enough.
Why not beside
All
you?
right.
The walkway's wide enough. Don't make her feel like a second-class citizen.
Would you like to walk beside me?
Behind is perfect, actually. I mean,
Ah.
I think if you're the boss, I think about a good 15 feet behind at least would be.
Are you trying
ideal.
to check out my wares or
Torvald just starts walking up the stairs. Very, very like annoyed. Just like stomps over there and starts walking up the stairs.
Okay, so as you walk up the stairs and you reach a landing. The stairs carry on further up, but you can see off this landing there is sort of a door opening onto this floor. And so the second floor of the building.
So it's just a door. That's all I see.
Yes, it says workroom. Do not enter without permission.
Can we have permission to enter?
I give you permission.
All right, that's good enough for me.
Actually, we probably need it from Ira. She's the exception. Ira, do we have permission to enter?
Permission granted.
Torvald will kind of like take a look just to see if there's anything suspicious with the door first before he opens it.
Make me an investigation check.
Oh gosh. This is not going to be good. I might as well just roll a d12. No one's ever done that before, right?
No.
Ooh, 17. That's investigation 16.
16. So as you check over the door, there's no sort of sign of any kind of like magical trap or weird explosion thing, but the door is oddly cold. It's a cold day outside. There's snow on the streets, but the door feels colder than the rest of the room around it. And if you look closely, you can see sort of a patterns of frost on the wood.
Krasara?
Yes.
The door looks a little frosty. Might be best if you open it.
I can handle that. And I will walk up to the door. Do you hear anything directly on the other side of it?
I didn't hear anything.
So you can make me a perception check as well if you like, actually, for
A 9. It's a nat 1.
a 9. You think you almost hear for a moment snatches of voices on the other side, but then it's gone.
You think I'm hearing voices, but not really sure.
So yeah.
All right, that's it. I'm opening it, and I open the door.
The door swings open and you see through into this large open space. It's quite shadowy. There's you can see 3 boarded up windows along one wall, and down towards the far end you can see a number of doors opening off this room. And in this large space there are several benches, like large work benches. The one nearest to you has this sort of clutter of sort of glass bottles and sort of distilling apparatus, much of which appears to be, some of it's broken, some of it's has sort of dried up remains of something in it, but it all looks quite dusty and cobwebbed. At the next sort of bench along, you can see further off in the shadows, you can see there's something glowing sat on the desk, this glowing chunk of crystal, and a stack of books next to it.
I'm going straight for those.
Further down towards the end of the room, you can see on the third large bench, you can see what appears to be a large burn mark all across the floor and walls. This huge singed mark where part of the table has been like burnt away.
Well, I'd say we go check out that glowing bit of crystal over there and see what that is.
You be careful.
And as you enter, you see from the far end of the room, you hear, and one of the doors just swings swings to. Okay, it's been slightly open before now. It shuts. And you can hear voices now. I'm sure I put it in here. Davina, have you seen the ring anywhere? I think Frodo had it last.
Did you say Frodo?
Frollo. I did it on
she
purpose.
didn't.
A second.
Frollo.
I heard Frodo, so I'm going with that.
Frollo, guys. Let's do it. Frollo.
No, I know. I definitely meant for Frollo.
Well, this just became a story about Frollo and the ring.
I'm gonna pick up the crystal in the books and then sort of get out of the way. So if there's anybody near a door.
So, as you walk over, you can see this large chunk of crystal placed on the table, and it's definitely glowing. There's something pulsing within it. This flickering, bluish light. As you pick it up, as you did say you picked it up.
I may regret it, but yes.
Remember when I said be careful?
There is a woof sound as a column of blue-white hot fire erupts in that space, and this twisting, turning fire seems to be alive in a way. And at this point, first of all, I'm just going to drop a little map in here.
Of course. I'd say sorry, but I'm not.
Second of all, I think an initiative may be called on here.
May?
Yes, yes, that's a yes.
Oh, you said May. Why did you do that?
May means definitely. It's just like you
That's
may
thing that we don't know about.
It's like you may have upset them means you definitely have upset them.
Quick little information here. So when was the last time I used my rod? It's been a day, hasn't it?
It has been a day, yes.
Okay, that's all I needed. That's all I needed to know.
Too big. Go away. But yes, so whiteboard. I will. Please hold. One day, I will pick everything up I need before I start the game.
That's no fun.
Yeah, so this column of fire. Top end. You're at the other end of the room.
Which end?
Up end is the end you came in. That's the staircase. So depending on how far you've gone through the room, you came in from this end of the room, and that was the glowing crystal. And it's up to you how far you wanted to have proceeded into the room before Crisara started poking things.
I'm a Viking, okay? There's free stuff everywhere.
Okay.
Just grabbing one thing. All right, did anyone roll higher than 20 on initiative?
Did you just move and hide behind me? Oh, okay, you moved around the side. I was like, is Torvald hiding behind me? Am I a shield now?
It's not lined up with the squares.
I'm sorry
Maybe
for some reason
Alt-key
it's
in
not
it.
lined up with the squares. Yeah, just alt key. I can take the squares off if they're annoying.
No, it's fine. I know
Now
how
the
to use
squares are off,
Alt-key.
but squares are off,
Where
but
are you?
just
Oh,
measure
there
stuff.
you are.
Measure stuff with the arrow. And it'll work.
Wink. So
I only have yellow fire, so yellow fire will have to do. So, first of all, I want a dexterity saving throw from Crisara before we kick off this initiative order.
Damn it, Crisara, why do you do these things?
Because I thought it would be a great idea to explode in fire.
Does she see it coming?
I think she does see it coming. So I think
You have
that.
advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, you should be able to see it coming. Touch burn crystal, cat.
I saw it coming. Like before I told her to be careful.
It's an 18.
You managed to avoid the worst of the fire. There's a flame from off this thing. So that will be halved. So that is only 6 points of fire damage. As
How loud of a noise does this?
it's more of a kind of
Okay.
as it flames lick up and fill that space. It's large, flaming, and it's not going away. It's not burning like a fire. It seems to be consolidating its form into that
What does
of
form look like?
a very angry fire thing. Very angry fire person. I'm gonna go with that. There's my.
Does it look similar to the water one? Zzz.
Angrier?
Angrier. Does
Hotter?
it look clad in armor?
No.
Okay.
Is it hotter?
Is it hot?
It is very hot.
I'm asking on behalf of Crisara. I know that's going to be her.
It is very hot. It is fire. But yes, Torvald, you're up first as the fire explodes.
Apparently, be careful isn't specific enough for you. I meant don't just go there and touch it.
At this point, you said it's a form, like an actual, like Torvald would see it as a fiery being.
Fiery being form, yes.
We're sorry to have insulted you. We don't want to fight.
It shows no sign of understanding you.
Well then.
Torvald will he'll kind of reach down towards his weapon, and he'll just throw this pulse. It doesn't actually look like anything. It's just kind of a sphere that distorts the air, and then it's just going to explode near his ear, and I'm gonna toll the dead.
That is a 13 on the wisdom.
All right. Hasn't been injured yet, I'm guessing, right? It's not injured?
No, it's not injured.
It didn't stub its toe early this morning or something? Okay.
No, it did not.
All right. It's going to be 14 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Not too bad for a couple of D8s.
Crackles and fizzles. Is that everything, Torvald?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Does anyone understand the thing?
Crisara and Ira, you understand? Burn! Burn them all. Burn! Burn! Burn!
What did we ever do to you? Responded Primordial.
Burn! All shall burn. I am fire. All shall burn.
Sure. Follows.
How big is the elemental?
Large.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a large fire monster. It keeps shifting and changing. Like one moment it looks like a person, next minute it's almost like this great four-armed fiery beast, and then you think for a minute it's a bird, then a horse, and it doesn't seem to have settled on what it wants to be. But it is fire, and it seems very set on burning things, and it is its turn. So it is very set on currently burning Crisara. So two of its ever shifting arms sort of whip out towards Crisara. The first one somehow seems to kind of miss her. And the second one is, I need some more desk space. A 22. Did something just break? Did she just
lost to Crisara.
catch fire? She ran away.
She did.
Yes, she did.
I was just about to say it hit her, and then she just.
She
Okay.
knew. She knew. She's like,
that is
F4.
unforgivable.
She had a glitch a moment ago.
Unforgivable.
I think the glitch expanded, so hopefully she'll be back here.
Dang.
Terrible. Okay, well that definitely. I think that 21 hits her. So.
Yes, it will hit her. Yes.
So I was just going to note down the damage for now. It is her turn next. We'll have to come back to her turn when she comes back, I think, at this point. Three. So yeah, we'll come back to Crisara's turn when we get to Crisara back. For now, please excuse the technical difficulties. I think Bova gets the worst deal of it. Like, we've got most of Moira's face.
Yeah, if I lean all the way over here, I'm in the correct frame.
Whereas Torvald's hiding in the corner.
It's one of those things where if I start adjusting the cameras, she'll be back. So that's why I'm just letting it sit. So
yeah, we'll let her sit on that.
I'm still in my same frame and everything. Look at that.
Yeah.
We'll let her sit on 12 points of fire damage when she gets back.
I think
That
you should
sounds
get it. I think you
painful.
should get advantage because you're on two screens now, in two places. For a bit, so.
Should. See, I can play. Look, no, I'll just play her turn. Oh no, I'm with.
You're with Ira, yeah.
Yeah. It's the Torvald and Ira like combined.
ship.
Aww.
We gotta ship together.
So yeah, we'll come back to Crisara's turn in a moment. Meanwhile, Ira, what would you like to get up to?
To be honest, I think Ira's just going to take her water skin and just kind of dump it out on him. Yeah.
How much water's in your water skin?
Not a ton. I'd assume
None
like the
anymore?
average, yeah. I'd assume the average water skin in D&D is like what, like this.
Okay.
So just that amount, not a ton.
It definitely seems unhappy with it, but not hugely bothered by it. But it definitely shrinks back as you splash water and like.
Calm down. Calm down.
Burn!
Would rather you not.
Burn!
That's
I
all.
will fire. I will burn.
That's all Ira wanted to do.
What I was made for is what I am.
Makes sense.
There, as we await Crisara's return, what would you like to do?
Sorry, I just got a message from Crisara. The message says, "Use the rod."
Use the rod, beat the child. That's my motto.
So I believe if you would like to go ahead and have Crisara take her action, I think Crisara would like to try to use the rod to.
Okay. So Crisara takes this wonderful spider decoration rod. I really wish they didn't use the word rod. I just don't.
Would you prefer staff or shaft?
They're all terrible. Stick.
Phallus, whatever. How did your wisdom saving throw go, DM?
My wisdom saving throw failed entirely. The creature's wisdom saving throw was a 9, so the fire.
And being
Stops
Crisara,
burning in a more controlled way.
Crisara would say, "Cool down,
And
chill out."
She's not that witty.
the fire will move out of Cressara's space and it shrinks down a little and sort of hangs back out the way. And I'll say we're out of initiative for now as the fire starts to...
Congrats. You captured a fire elemental.
You got the really hot guy this time.
Nice.
I don't think
And or
her audio's
girl and
working
or
yet.
both
Oh,
and
no.
neither. We don't know elementals.
It's fire. I am fire.
Can you hear us,
But I am peace.
Cressara?
I am smaller fire. I will burn. I will. I will. I am fire. I just...
We can see you.
I can hear the
Fine.
typing. I can hear
You got
someone
tan.
typing.
There it
That's
goes.
There you
Oh,
go.
okay. So Cressara, having taken out the rod of the control rod,
Yes.
the fire now under your control shrinks down a little. What would you like to do with the fire that is now? Things crackle, crackle, crackle.
Well, it seems we have a new member of our party.
Is that what she did to me?
No. No.
That is
We're
exactly what you
friends.
did to me.
We're
It's
friends.
exactly what she did to
So
you.
is that what she did to you?
No.
Is that how she got all of you to go along with her?
No, this is a recent acquirement.
Believe it or not,
Yeah,
are
we
here of
came
our
along
own
by choice.
accord.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So
She's
yes,
not the
I-
leader, you know.
I used it to save your life. I made sure you got out of the falling fortress.
oh, by the way, Cressara, before you managed to tame the fire elemental, you did take 12 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Sick burn.
Adair is going to put his hands on Sharis's
Okay.
shoulders, look Sharis in the eyes, and say, "There are much worse things out there in the world than Cressara. That's
What you
why
saying
you're
something?
here."
Intimidation check.
That was more persuasion, but doesn't
Oh,
matter.
that's not
It doesn't matter. I'm
He
horrible at
wasn't
either one
threatening.
of
He
them.
was.
I was trying to let them know that, it's good to be on this side of the team.
Mhm.
Okay,
I have
that's
zero-
an 8.
I have
That could be
zero
the king.
access to D&D Beyond at the moment because my internet, I don't know what's going on, but I can't do anything outside of Zoom.
It's alright,
That's
I got you,
fine.
girl.
Okay.
Alright, so with the fire elemental currently under control, they're still very much on fire. Like the wood is smouldering around where it's standing. Like it's smaller, but it's still very much a fire risk. And the shattered remains of this crystal scattered across the desk. You hear again snatches of voices, this time from downstairs. You hear, "I've signed them in, just take them upstairs and show them round."
Hello, who was that?
Torvald will kind of look around.
You see a door just move a little down towards the far end of the room. Just open a crack. And swing on the
Torvald
hinge.
will he's going to just let out a huge breath and I'm going to use thaumaturgy to open the door.
The door goes flying open, and in the room beyond, you can see appears to be another sort of study room. You can see there's bookshelves, and definitely more bookshelves. The DM had got around to putting more bookshelves on the map. There's bookshelves and a a table out in the center with more books scattered on it. But there's no one in there.
Torvald's gonna kind of move forward and take a closer look.
As you step forward, as I said, it's a room. There's bookshelves on the wall. There's a table with books on it in the center, and sort of a couple of chairs and a scattering of books across the table. All of it sort of dusty and strewn with cobwebs. But there's no sign of anyone in there. It's weirdly cold considering that the next room is moderately on fire.
All right, who said that? Show yourselves.
The window rattles, and a book flies off the shelf and lands on the desk.
Well, that was strange.
You know, it's possible. Do you remember the weird effects when we were in the mirror?
What are you talking about?
Maybe they're here, but they're not really here.
Like some sort of ghost or something?
Not exactly, but yes.
Well, what do you mean, not exactly, then?
Like a different realm.
All right. Did you try asking your fiery friend over there?
Well, let's see. And I'll turn and... What is your name?
Yeah,
Fire. Okay.
that is what they
Good.
call me.
Good Fire. Can you tell me why you were in that crystal?
I was brought to this world, and then they trapped me in a crystal, and I couldn't burn anything.
Who
And
brought
now I
you?
am free, and I will burn things.
No, what? No, hold on. The burning is okay in small amounts. Not burning anything right now.
Can I burn the floor?
You can scorch the floor, not burn.
Okay.
So, who brought you here? Who trapped you in that crystal?
Things like you, flesh creatures.
Okay, ouch. I'm more than just a flesh creature.
Not
I have a
past
name.
behavior.
Nobody was asking you, Adair. Let's out. My name is Chrysara.
I am fire.
It is nice to meet you, Fire.
No, fire.
Fire.
That's a completely
Fire.
wrong kind of fire there.
Okay, Fire. Is that better? Close enough. Why did they bring you here?
I don't know.
Did they say anything?
I don't understand what they say. I understand what you say. I can't understand the other flesh people.
Okay, so it doesn't understand anything outside of primordial. People, flesh creatures brought it here and then trapped it inside a crystal, but it doesn't know why.
All right, then what do we do? Kill it?
No.
Well, you can't keep this one too.
I don't have to watch me. And perhaps it can help us.
I can help you burn things.
It can help burn things so we can set anything we want on fire. Which, by the way, have you heard of a place called Dinvala?
know that place.
I am from that place.
The people there talk to our people. There is a
Yes.
doorway there.
There's a doorway to where you are from.
Yes.
How about this? You help us, then we'll get you to Dinvala. You can either live there or go through the doorway.
There are other doorways, nearer doorways. Or, how about this? I could stay here and burn everything until forever.
Forever is a really long time for you to be burning things. Why don't you help us burn the bad guys, and we'll see how you feel after that. Maybe you'll have had your fill of burning. Temporarily.
Rosara,
Yes.
why don't you ask him if he's seen anybody in here recently?
Oh, well, we were talking about burning things, but okay.
Well,
Have you...
we've heard voices. I think we need to find out if there's anybody around. Because if they trapped him, I don't think they're going to be very happy.
Oh, they're not going to be happy with me anyway. We sort of kicked in their doorway, and that's another conversation. And I'll turn back to the fire elemental. Have you seen anyone in this room recently?
No flesh people.
Have you seen something else?
Spirit people.
Called it. There were spirits in here. What sort of spirit people? What did they look like? What did they do?
I was trapped in a crystal. I can't really see.
But you can tell me what you saw. The more you help us, the more you get to burn.
I'm gonna say make me persuasion check here. It's charmed by you think your leader, but it's very single-minded, really.
Torvald, make me a perception check, because I can't.
But
get
it's kindly
on.
disposed to her. Shouldn't that be at advantage, DM?
Yes, it should. Yes,
be
it should.
advantage.
Yes, it should.
Right. You have a +0 to perception. It's gonna be a 7.
Persuasion.
You do it with advantage.
Persuasion.
Oh, persuasion.
Persuasion at advantage.
Oh, at advantage. That's cool. Your persuasion is +0 too, but but I will roll another d20 for you if you'd like.
Yes, please.
15.
That's much
Wait,
better.
that's just essentially a reroll.
What, you said advantage? I didn't roll
You said
2 more
only rolled
dice.
yeah.
one, so
Okay, all right. I was like, hang on a minute. I see a trick here.
It's not a trick. I rolled 2 dice just at different
Yeah.
times. Perfectly valid.
It's so nice to be trusted by your DM, isn't it?
I know, right?
I mean, what
No,
have
I've
you
had
ever
people.
done?
I've had people do that before. It's like, oh, sorry, no, I rolled the wrong thing. I'm wrong.
It doesn't matter. Like, yeah, like just add the
Yeah.
other modifier. Yeah, I get you.
Mhm.
They only ever do it if the roll was low.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, they wander in, they wander out. They look a bit like flesh people, but less fleshy.
Do they do anything?
No. Can I go burn stuff now?
There's a corner over there. Go burn a hole in it.
Okay,
Only in that corner, nowhere else. Don't set
Which
anything
corner?
on fire. The corner to the left, with nothing in it.
The
This
one by-
corner?
The one right next to
I
Torvald?
don't have access. Not the one next to Torvald, because he'll be really mad.
Okay, I'll go burn in the far corner.
Don't make me banish this thing. I don't want to waste a 4th level spell slot. Because you want to play with a fire elemental.
Apparently, it has seen spirit things come and go. They don't really do anything. They look similar to us.
Alright, so ghosts. Pretty much.
Or they're in a different realm, like when we went into the mirror. We were somewhere else.
Vina, Are you there? Davina, is that you?
Can I tell where that's coming
Yes, it's me.
from? Can I tell where that's coming from with my
It sounds like it's coming from downstairs. And you hear sort of footsteps on the stairs, a door opening and closing.
It's me, Davina.
Adair will immediately head towards the stairs to see if he can, arms wide, see if
All right,
he can
maybe-
locate anything.
Maybe a perception check if you had it.
Ugh, that's a 13.
You think out of the corner of your eye, caught a glimpse of movement back downstairs to the room you started out in, back down to the reception room, but then it's gone.
Fire, do you see anything right now?
You?
But there's nothing else here.
I don't know. And Ira, I think you understand primordial language, so you can hear what's going on with the fire. But
Ira's enjoying the show.
Jairus leans over to Adair and goes, "Is she just arguing with fire now?" Her powers are indeed impressive. I can see why she's your leader.
Did you say that? Could I hear her say that?
You're over the other side of the room.
Could I hear her say it though?
She whispered it to someone on the other side of the room, so no.
Pretty
Negatory.
perceptive. I figured maybe
Only a
try.
dare.
Only a dare.
But Torvald, you stuck your head into one of these rooms and saw, the books and things. You know there's something else in the building. You can see a few things scattered around on the desks around you. What would you like to do as the fire burns merrily in the corner?
Torvald will step through and see if there's any other doors or anything like that around.
In the room, you can see it's got windows overlooking sort of out, overlooking an alley beside the building, but there don't seem to be any other doors leading out of that room. It's just windows.
And it's just books. He said there's books scattered on the table.
Yeah, books scattered on the table, books on the shelves. It seems to be the room where they kept the books.
Gotcha. The book room.
I think there's a word for that,
Torvald's
but
Torvald's gonna look at the titles of the books that are on the table.
so the first book,
The Life of Eric.
it says A Guide to Elemental Binding. And the second one is Crafting with Crystal. And
Alright.
the third one is The Legend of the Heart of the Earth.
Okay. Am I familiar with the Legend of the Heart of the Earth?
Make me either a history or religion check.
Okay.
Actually, no, for you it'd just be history. You'd just be history because it's not your.
It doesn't matter. It's the same.
Makes the choice
17.
easier then, doesn't it?
17.
17. You have heard of it. It's not so much of an Isfjellian legend, but you've heard of it as sort of an old, almost more dwarven story of this power beneath the land, this power of some sort of great elemental power of earth bound up in something called the heart of the earth. It was meant to sort of be a conduit or a container for this huge amounts of elemental power. It was locked away somewhere safely underground in an ancient temple long, long ago. And as the legends go, that if anyone was to ever disturb or break it, then essentially the protection of the land is gone and terrible bad things happen. The end of the world is nigh and all is doomed. One of those stories. But it's a story that probably came with dwarves that moved to Isfjell from lands further west.
Okay. Torvald will flip through the one about crafting with crystals and see, with his experience making weapons and armor and things like that, if he can make sense of what they were trying to do. Maybe look at the page it was open to, or
Make an Arcana check here. This is the Arcana. This is very wizardly stuff.
okay.
Whilst Torvald is doing some light reading, what are the rest of you up to?
I'm gonna explore the room and see if there's anything else in there that I can touch.
Okay, so we'll get back to Torvald in a sec when he's finished sort of flipping through crafting with crystal. Crafting with crystal.
This week on Crafting with Crystal.
Krasara, you do see on the next desk along with the room, the half-burnt desk, there is an open book and also a ring lying amidst a pile of ashes on the table. This rather elegant silver ring with a glowing gem in it.
Oh god damn. She would pick it up, and I'm not gonna pick up the book, but I'm going to look at the book.
And the book, as you look over it, is the title. The page of the title is entitled "Correct Safety Procedures for Handling Fire Elementals."
Okay, I'm gonna
and it's
keep
looking
that.
quite singed.
Okay, I'm gonna keep that. And what happens if I put the ring on?
The book as a whole is titled "Advanced Elemental Binding."
Okay.
So you put on the ring, and for a moment nothing happens. And we'll get back to you in a moment. Because we get
Keep
back to what
bursting with
Torvald has
flame.
found. Before we get, whilst this is going on, Ira and Adair, are either of you up to anything?
Let Ira go first, if she wants.
No,
Okay.
not particularly. I was just kind of like hanging out. She's a little spooked out by the fact that there's supposedly ghosts going on, so she's just kind of standing in the corner like, laboratory sure is fun. Having a fun time, just like I thought I would. Very fun.
And Adair, and you up to anything?
Adair wants to go back downstairs, and he is going to... Davina, are you here?
And you hear a voice from behind you, and a sort of cold breath in the back of your neck, and you hear, I can't find Davina. Have you seen her?
No, I heard you calling for her, so I thought I would help. I'm Adair.
Logan.
Oh, Logan.
I can't find the others.
How many others are there?
There's Davina and Frollo and Fenelon. No, I've used Fenelon for someone else.
I was gonna say, wait a minute.
I'm really bad.
I know
I'm
that
really
one.
bad at name. No. Oh, that was. I should always name people beforehand because I overuse the same name.
I do the same things.
Frollo and Gerda.
Logan. I hate to tell you this, but I can't see you.
That's not right. That's not. Oh God. Am I? Oh no.
It's okay, Logan.
Oh no.
And Adair will put his hand out and say, "Put your hand in mine."
Did it get out?
Did what get out?
Demon. think he was a demon. I didn't know. I didn't know it was in there. I wouldn't have.
Where was it? What did it get out of? Look, remain calm.
The circle. I didn't know it was in there. But I shut the door. And then, oh God, I think he got. Oh God, I think I.
Where is the circle?
Upstairs room next to the library. But I closed the door. It should be safe. The walls will hold it.
And Dare is going to turn and go, "Don't go in the library." As loud as he can.
Meanwhile, in the library, Torvald, you finish. What do you get? 10 on your Arcana.
Yes.
You judge that it mostly seems to do about with sort of crystals as a conduit for magical energies in sort of the creation of enchanted items, and especially for more the ideas of containing elementals and elemental power. You see a lot of discussion on things like necklaces that contain fireballs and all sorts of gems to trap elementals. There's notes sort of scribbled over it on like it seems to suggest that a lot of it is rather unstable as is, and they're trying to work on, as one note says, make things go bang less often.
Sounds about right.
And you hear Adair's voice calling up from downstairs, something about not going in the library.
Oh. Torvald will snatch up the books and kind of like walk back into the room with everyone else.
All right. Meanwhile, Chrysara, you put on this ring, and then at a moment you hear a voice in the back of your mind. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Oh my God, it worked! Oh my God, it worked! Well, it worked. Can you hear me? You can hear me, right?
I can hear you.
Awesome, brilliant. Okay, now all you need to do is find my body and get it to someone who a really powerful like priest or someone, and then we can get back and sorted. Then that'll be all good.
Okay, I'm gonna need a lot more information before I even attempt this. I have a bad habit of getting myself in trouble. Who are you?
Frodo.
Frodo. Perfect.
No, it's with an L.
Froldo?
Frollo.
Like the ice? Like... things I should know about because this is, you know...
Like the frozen treat.
Like a frozen treat?
I don't know about that. I've never heard of that.
Are you human?
No, I'm a halfling.
Of course he's a halfling.
Of course he is. I don't know if I can keep doing this.
Sorry.
I swear to God, I swear to God, if you tell me you live in a meadow, where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Yezavin. I live in a noble house in Yezavin. My parents.
That's a little better. Why are you in a ring?
Okay, so it was a safety precaution, because I thought, you know, in case things went wrong, then at least I'd have, like, my consciousness safely stored in the ring, so I could give instructions to someone to sort my body and sort getting back to life.
So I'm supposed to bring you back from the dead?
Yeah, that's the idea. I know some really handy necromancers, if
How did you die?
not entirely sure. If you look around, well, the ring must have been on me when I died, so my body should be somewhere. Well, I mean, you should be standing right next to it.
I look under the desk.
So there's just more of the like this pile of ashes that is sort of covering the desk and has fallen onto the floor of it as well.
I really hate to tell you this, but there's a really large pile of ash where I picked this ring up from.
Oh, shit. It's Logan's crystal elemental things, isn't it? Those
Oh, you
things
mean
are a
my friend?
liability. Just whatever you do, don't touch anything made of crystal.
Well, about that. You can't see, right?
No, I can't see anything. I'm just up here
So
in your
you-
head, keeping you company now.
Well, this could be really fun, but so you can't see the giant fire elemental that I'm allowing to eat wood in the corner.
No, and the fire elemental is starting to sort of burn its way through the wooden wall of the end.
Come back here. Be like, come back here. Fire, come back here.
So this is what you see, Torvald, as you enter back into the main room. Chrysara, are you talking aloud, Chrysara?
Who are you talking to?
There's a Frodo ice cream in my head.
I think you might have hit something.
I think it's this ring.
Where'd you get that?
I didn't pick it up off of a desk.
I told you to be careful. And you go putting on jewelry with glowing gems on it. Haven't
was
you learned your
pretty.
lesson?
Not yet, apparently. Because
What's
now
this
it's talking
Rolo
to me.
saying?
He's saying something about he was killed and he put his consciousness into a ring and he was asking for help to bring his body back, but I'm pretty sure his body is kitty litter now because of all the ash. And he said I probably shouldn't have touched the crystal, but we kind of figured that out already, so...
Does he know how to put the thing back?
Why would we want to do that? We'll just take him back and turn him loose.
That's not a great idea.
Well, we'll put him back in the fireplace he's from. We'll... That's not what That's not what I meant.
I don't think he wants to warm anyone's hearth.
We'll name him Calcifer. No, we can send him to Dinvala. They have some of those there. That's not fair to leave him trapped in a crystal. He's not all bad. He just... Fire... Stop that. He's just hungry. Fire needs wood to eat.
Well, okay, if you don't want a nice fiery sword that you can use to cut through things, then I guess that's fine.
Wait, what?
I'm just doing some reading.
And he'll like hold up the book like he actually learned something with the title of like crafting with crystals.
Well, wait, no, I don't want to trap something that's potentially from my homeland in something to use.
Chrysara, I appreciate that you find the good in everyone you meet. Unfortunately, we meet a lot of people. Most of them aren't good.
Well, he's not evil. He just is existing. That's all.
Well, I guess I do agree with letting him go exist somewhere else.
See?
As long as he doesn't cause issue. Have you
Well,
heard of a place called Sorlinsby?
Well,
I
I
think that's
was
not a great.
I was thinking more of the Winter King's house and maybe burning it down so I can get my daughter back.
That might be fun.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Fire versus ice, he would lose. I mean, come on.
I will wait in a nice necklace where you can throw fireballs. What do you think of that?
If you can... What? Oh, that would be really nice. Wait, how do we get these things?
Well, we just craft them with this here book
Out of what?
out of the crystal.
So if we take that crystal over there that he was trapped in, you can make me something that just randomly shoots fireballs.
I can neither confirm nor deny that. But the first step is asking your friend if they know how to put him back.
You're up to something.
Well, I'm always up to something.
Mm-hmm. You're definitely trying to trick me. I don't quite... We've been friends for a very long time. I know when you're up to something. But I will ask the ring, I suppose, if he knows how to put him back. Do you know how to put him back?
Well, yes, sort of. Yes, I do. Yes.
Well, how do you do it?
Well, I didn't really handle all of this. Logan was kind of the fire trapping sort of person. So if you can find Logan around somewhere, he you know, tall guy, quite skinny.
When we got here, there was nobody here.
Oh, that could be a problem. They just got off and left me. Oh, dare they?
Well, we have heard some voices.
Oh, I can't hear that. Never mind. It's in her head.
You could say that out loud,
Yeah.
Chrisara would hear you, but otherwise I look in, kind of. I mean,
Yes.
did the fire elemental kill them? Did you explode something?
Oh, I think I probably exploded something, but right, the sounds of it. But so Adair, are you still downstairs at this point?
I would be down there trying to get Logan to take my hand.
You feel a very cold hand take yours. You can't see anyone still, but you can feel this icy cold hand take yours.
Logan, come with me. I want to take you upstairs to my friends to see if we can...
All right, and so as Adair leads Logan upstairs and Chrisara talks to herself, definitely not to a dead halfling in her brain. We will come back after the break and see what the weird shenanigans we can get into here. All right, see you soon. And we're back, I think. Can never tell if Torvald is a ghost or not. But yes. So, when we left off, Chrisara was talking to herself. Adair had made a new friend, and Torvald was considering the options of crafting with crystal. And Ira was regarding the situation, I think. Jaris sidles up beside Ira, just joins her in the kind of watching the insanity that's unfolding around them. Adair, you've got this cold, ghostly hand in yours as you reach upstairs, and you can hear Torvald and Chrisara talking about something. I can't remember exactly what they were saying when we left off, but
A point of reference, is the voice I'm hearing masculine or feminine?
masculine. I just don't do very good male voices.
No, I was just trying to make sure, because Logan
Yes,
could
yes.
be either, and... Okay, so when I come into the room with Logan, I'm going to say, like there's somebody standing right next to me, I'm going to point, this young man seems to have run into a problem.
What kind of problem?
You can't see anyone standing next to him.
And who are you talking about?
My new friend Logan here.
Oh, hi, Logan. How are you today?
I dead, I think.
And do I hear that?
Yes.
Okay.
I think
Oh,
I'm
you're
dead.
being serious. I thought you were trying to mess with us.
Have I ever done that?
Yes.
In a serious situation?
Probably.
Well,
I
I'm
don't
not now.
recall.
Well, I'm not now. Apparently, first off, Logan, where's the library?
And you see a hand appear in the air, just a floating skeletal hand that points off towards the room that Torvald just exited.
Don't go in that room. Apparently, there is a demon.
Oh, no,
And they-
it's next door to the library.
I wasn't finished, Logan. Apparently, there is a demon in the next room off the library, and I would suggest not doing anything that might let it out, because apparently that is what led to Logan's problem.
A demon, you say? What kind of demon is in there exactly?
Well, it was Gerda who was into the demons, and Davina. Davina had a thing for demons. I didn't question too much. I just stayed out of their workspace and carried on with my very much safer research.
And how did that work out for you?
I think one of Gerda and Davina's experiments might have eaten me.
And now you don't have any information to help us. That's great.
I
Do you know
Logan,
anything about elementals by any chance?
Oh yes, much. I work to study elementals, find elementals. I did have. Oh, there was a fire.
That one over there.
You let it out.
Well,
No idea how hard it was for me to get that one to stay. Where's the other one?
what other one are you talking about?
There were two.
Torvald will look around for another crystal.
You can't see another crystal. You can see a very large burnt area at the end of one of the desks.
Well, it looks like maybe someone let the other one out before we got here. Is there any way we can get it back in the thing?
Well, yes, you just need an enchanted circle, someone who's skilled with arcane arts, some incense, a brazier, candles, and he lists off a few more bits and bobs, and a crystal or suitable thing that will resonate with the right frequencies to contain a fire elemental.
Well, you could have just said no. You don't have to be a jerk about it.
I thought that was a yes.
Well, we don't have any of those things.
We should probably start running then, because why is it just sitting there?
Well, she's got a staff that can let her control things, and apparently it's not very wise and fiddle for it, so
I could have done with one of those.
I might have helped you a bit.
Well, we had a lot of accidents.
Well, that room right behind the elemental, I take it that where the demon is.
Yes. They you feel the cold presence of drawing back a little away from you.
Logan,
Is there anything else in
Logan,
there,
don't go
or is it
anywhere.
just the demon?
Just a demon. I think I didn't get a very good look at it. I remember opening the door and seeing that the circle was broken, and then I tried to run, and then everything goes a bit hazy.
Logan, you said you were looking for two other people. Were they in that room?
I was looking for Frollo and Davina.
I found one.
Gerda went up to. Gerda went down to the basement. You found someone? Are they okay?
I found one. He's a ring right now.
Hang around.
Well, you know what they say, you only live once, so... Frollo.
That's not true. Iris lived twice.
And he's technically living twice because he's in a ring.
Or is it just a continuation of his previous existence? We really wouldn't know, would we? Do you cease to be living when your consciousness is transferred to an item?
I guess that depends on what you consider defines life. I mean, commonly it's accepted that its growth, reproduction, and self-awareness has a lot.
I think we should just sit in this spooky haunted laboratory and discuss this all day. I think
Well,
that's the best possible plan that we could have.
There's lots of books in the room next to the demon. We could check those out. Maybe there's one on philosophy.
Existentialism? I can't talk.
Or we could just kill the fire elemental and then the demon and call it a day.
We've already agreed not to kill the the fire elemental.
Have we now? When did we do that?
Just a few minutes ago. You even said it might be okay not to destroy it.
All right, can you walk us through this binding process?
Right, well, get a pen and paper.
All right.
Thorvald, what are we binding here? Are you trying to bind the demon or the fire elemental?
The fire elemental.
Can we
I'm not
bind
even
it
sure
to
you can bind the demon to a stone.
Can we bind the fire elemental to my hammer? It wants to burn, maybe it would willingly go inside. Then it can burn pretty much anything I hit with it.
Sure. We'll just do some crafting with crystal. Right.
Fine. I will allow the fire elemental to be bound to my hammer.
Okay, so this ghostly voice lists off the various components and ritual elements needed to sort of bind an elemental, and the sort of a few of the things you probably could easily find lying around in any sort of laboratory, but other things like a shard of pure primed crystal, soaked in pure water overnight, or closest approximation of that. The ritual itself is it's sort of an hour-long procedure involving very careful drawing of circles and bindings. And it all seems a lot of effort to do magic and a lot of kind of faffing around and gobbledygook. None of you are particularly skilled in sort of arcane magics, in sort of wizardry and the way that works, and the way of sort of less natural magics really than any of your magics. Like all your magics come variously from sort of gods and the land, and none of this experimentation and wizardry nonsense.
Well, I figured it out.
We left someone back in the rooms that I believe knows magic through Fae. Does that count?
Are you asking me, or are you asking Logan?
Logan.
Fairy magic? I think that's a different kind of thing entirely. We had someone here who worked in fairy magic, and then they went missing. We don't know where they went.
What was their name?
Adelaide. They just disappeared one day.
Should someone maybe fetch Aldous and see if she can maybe write this ritual in her book or something?
Yeah, essentially, it's not a ritual in terms of a ritual spell. It's a ritual as in terms of it is a ritual procedure for binding an elemental.
All right, well, I've got it figured out. We can't do it, and we've got to kill the thing.
No, you didn't even try. You didn't even try. We most certainly can. And I'm pretty sure I could convince the thing to go into the hammer, and then it's bound.
All right, go ahead.
Your handwriting is terrible.
Well, I didn't actually write anything.
Why are
I
you
couldn't
being
even
such...
follow.
Why are you being such a pain? Think how much... Think how nice this would be to have an extra firepower.
Well, how are you gonna bind it to your hammer?
We're gonna use the spell and then use my hammer instead of a crystal.
All right, have fun with that then.
Dare's going to speak up. Prisara, why didn't you try to keep the air element? Why is it right to keep the fire elemental bound?
Because when I've crushed the Winter King, I'll turn him loose in Dinvala. Everybody wins.
I don't know that he does unless you ask the fire element. This seems a little
I would
selfish,
ask.
even for you, Prisara.
I would ask.
Then why don't you?
Fine.
He's in the
Fire.
room.
Fire, come here. I have a question for you.
Yeah, the fire elemental's been listening to this the entire time. Like,
He can't understand.
He
fire.
can't understand.
He can't
It's like,
understand. He
oh.
can't understand. The fire comes closer to Kasara. You can feel the heat radiating off it as it like gets closer and closer. I need a Constitution saving throw from you, please.
All of us?
Just from you. You told it to come over.
Oh. Well, I don't know. What's my modifiers?
For Constitution, I believe your modifier is I can't remember.
Orval, what's her modifier for Constitution?
Oh, sorry. It's a saving throw, right? +5.
Yes.
Okay, so that'd be 15 because I rolled a 10.
Take
Unless-
3 points of fire damage as it gets very up close and in your face.
Okay, maybe not quite that close. I have a proposition for you.
Is
Do
it
you want-
burning things?
It's burning things.
Yes.
It's burning lots of things.
Yes.
But you might be a tad bit uncomfortable. For temporarily. If you agree to live in my hammer temporarily, I will allow you to burn anything that I touch with it.
Make me a persuasion check here, please, Kasara, as you're attempting to win fire.
Please. That's a 17, and then anything I have.
I get to burn anything that you hit. Do you hit a lot
Anything?
of things?
I hit. Do you see the dents in this hammer? I hit a lot of things.
All right.
He's agreed.
I get to burn things.
It will be so much more fun than living in a crystal. And then when you get tired of it, I'll turn you loose in Dinvala. You can either live there or you can go back to your plane. Does that sound like a good deal?
Yes. Burn things.
He has agreed to burn all of the things. Anything that my hammer touches. Gonna have to remember not to touch anybody with it.
Don't
That I
ever
like.
set it down on the ship.
Yeah,
Don't set it
that's
down in the
great.
room.
Logan, can you even do that?
I mean, if the fire elemental is willing, then that should make things easier. Yes, you just need probably some of the special candles and there should be some chalk in a drawer underneath one of the desks, and the incense you keep down in the basement next to Gerda's herb garden and laboratory.
Well, I'm sure Sharis would go and grab that stuff from the basement.
Me?
Hey, you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boss. Yes, boss.
While you're down
I'm
there,
going.
while you're
Yes.
down there, ask and see if Gerda's in the room.
Great. Haunted basement. Lovely. Well,
All the ghosts have been nice so far, and we know where the demon is, so you should be fine.
We also make a lot of money. Just remember that.
Yes, yes. Right away, boss. Going to the basement. This is definitely haunted. And wait,
This is why you're my number 2.
brilliant. And Jairus rather unwillingly leaves the room. Goes, where is the basement? And
Downstairs?
Logan points to like a side door which has the stairs that lead to the basement. And she disappears off. We'll see if she returns. And as the so as the 4 of you are waiting, awaiting Jairus' return, is there anything else you're doing? You've been sort of directed that there's some sort of there should be some chalk, there should be some candles in the cupboard off the side of the room, there should be some chalk in a drawer.
We'll collect the things.
Do we see anything else while we're collecting? I mean,
Make me an investigation check.
This lab is pretty sweet. What else is here? Oh shit! Oh, that's a 2 plus whatever I have.
For investigation, 3, so it's 5 total.
Okay, so the 2 of you are searching around. You found a lot of books, bits of notes, lots of it with scribbly wizard handwriting on it. It's harder to read than Torvald's.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it's impressive. Like you hold it up, like you're not sure if this is like writing or if one of the spiders like fell in the ink, and wandered across the paper. So as the 2 of them open cupboards, Adair, you can still feel Logan's presence beside you.
Logan,
Yes.
I'm just curious. You said that this demon was loose because some circle was broken. Do you think we're safe from it with the door closed, or do we need to?
Well, the room was supposed to be warded so that demons couldn't get out of it. That was what Davina said. That as long as we didn't open the door whilst she was doing her experiments, we would be perfectly safe.
So with the door closed, I'm still trying to find you. If we said something through the door, that shouldn't do anything to let the demon out, right?
I don't think so, no. I mean, everyone knows demons can't go through doors.
Well, I'm sorry, but I've got this information from another place where the demons are made of copper, and apparently they can go through anything.
Oh god, not the copper ones. They're the worst ones.
Yes. Take you to Egypt. This weird stuff.
Egypt. The plane of torment. I've never heard of that place.
It's full of sand. Sand gets everywhere. It's horrible.
Ugh, coarse and irritating.
So Adair's going to try and coax Logan to come with him over towards the library and see if we can yell through the door to see if Davina's in
So
the
the
room.
door to the library or the door in beside
We're
the
gonna,
door beside the library that leads to the demon workshop.
If Logan assures me that it's safe to go into the library, I will step into the library with Logan and yell through the door.
Okay, so the door to the demon workshop is off the main room. It's just next to the library.
Okay, I was confused about which one. I thought this door over here was the one. Oh, okay. So it's that door. I don't want to get
That's
that
the demon
close.
door.
Yeah, I don't want to get that close to Fire Guy, so we might have to hold off a minute.
You can probably ask Kasara to move him.
Kasara, could you move your Fire Guy?
Oh yes. Fire, could you step to the side just a little bit?
Orvald's gonna dip into the library and get out of the way.
The fire
So-
just.
so we
a
need
few
to
more
go-
things catch fire slightly. It's sort of smoldering.
So we need to be over here, is that correct? That's the door?
Yeah, that's the door.
And Adair's gonna walk up and knock on the door Davina, are you in there?
There's no response.
Logan, I'm afraid your friend may not be here anymore.
Oh. Oh dear. I hope nothing bad's happened to her.
They say when you play with demons, bad things can happen.
Yes, let's say it always seemed a very risky line of research. Not something I would dabble in.
I don't think it's safe to open the door to check. What do you think?
No.
Now I have to
Don't
ask
open
you
the door.
I have to ask you a question that's probably going to make you a mite bit uncomfortable. Seeing as how you are discorporated at the moment, do you think you could look through the door?
Oh, I won't go back in there. There's a demon in there.
Well, you presume there's a demon in there.
Last time I went in there, I died. I'm not going back in there. You can't make me.
I wouldn't try to make you. We will just wait for Paris to come back to death.
Yes.
All right. So as you wait, after some time, you hear the sound of someone coming up the stairs, and Charis enters the room, and you can see that there is a large claw mark down one arm, and bits of cobweb in her hair, and blood splattered across one side of her uniform.
Well, that looks like it went well.
There was a giant rat with enormous claws that spat poison at me. I don't know what it had been eating down there or what it had been doing, but
Did you get the stuff?
found some incense, yes. But
Your cut is going to be huge.
Well, it already is.
yes, that was very unpleasant.
It's greatly appreciated.
I had to assign a number to the amount of injury that Charis appears to have. Where would that fall on a scale of, say, 1 to 20?
You'd probably say it was an 8 injury that she was suffering.
Fine. Well, compared to, say, an overall health.
Oh, she's not looking too good. There's a lot of blood. Quite a bit of it is probably hers. She's got her hand over the wound. She's like, it's fine. It'll stop. Stop bleeding in a moment.
I will cure wounds. Level 1. As soon as I can find my D8. Wow, that is going to be 8.
Zaxxes, maybe.
That was thank you very much.
We take care of our own.
Indeed. Now, here's the incense,
including burials.
Okay, so let's get the show on the road.
All right. So you are sort of laying out these things under the instructions of the ghost and also the voice in Cressara's head, who's like, "Have you never laid out a magic circle before?"
He says that's not how you lay. He said that's not how you lay out the circle.
No. You need to make it curly. Logan does not know what he's doing. Okay, all right. Move that to the left of it.
He said move it to the left.
And the fire that's happily sort of bobbing up and down. Burn, burn, burn.
That's right. That is right. Good fire. You're going to get to burn all the things.
I fell into a burning mace of fire.
Oh god, I love this game so much.
But yeah, after you managed to get everything laid out, I'm going to ask for whoever's taking the lead on this to make me an Arcana check with advantage from the assistance of the incorporeal wizards.
Too bad
That
we don't
should-
have an Aldous here.
Did anybody fetch her?
Probably be
No.
Ira, you might guess.
I wonder if Ira's Arcana... On a scale of 1 to 10, Ira, how's your Arcana skill?
On a scale of 1 to 10?
Guess is 0.
I come in at a 0, so, you know.
Yeah, 0.
How long would it take for someone to go fetch Aldous?
Well, bless me, we could make that a possible +4.
She wasn't here.
Ah,
Torvald,
so we could-
bless me, we could make that a possible +4.
Well, I hope the ritual goes well for you. And he gets shocked.
Okay, make me an
Would you
Arcana,
like
or in
another?
this case, probably a straight intelligence check. Please, Adair's the leader of this.
But I get the +4, or the D4 for bless,
You
right?
get the plus. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you've got the blessings of the Thunderer behind you as you attempt to.
Oh, sweet. That is a 4 on the blessing. Now I'm going to roll the other one. It's going to be a
Okay.
1. It's just going to be a 1. I just know it.
Was it 1? Did you get a
I
nat 1?
kid you not. It is a 1.
Oh my god, no!
You had advantage.
You had a.
You have advantage because
Oh, okay. Just a moment. Let me roll the other one. Bye, dice.
It'll be a 20.
you do have advantage from the help of the
Not a 1 again.
No, it's a 7.
Two?
So
Oh.
that's an
Okay.
11.
11.
11.
Because that totally works, right?
So you watch as you do this chanting as the fire wreathes around the hammer, and then
Nice knowing you, Hammer.
the hammer glows hotter and hotter and hotter. You can see it sort of in the center of this circle, the metal on it starting to, any leather on it starting to crisp up and burn on this maul, I think, rather than a hammer.
Okay, no, please don't
The
steal
wood
my mole.
singed and catches fire, and the metal starts to sort of smolder and heat. And then it stops. And you're left with a very singed looking hammer.
Oh my
You know,
God.
I could do that without the fire element.
And we have a master crafter, so Torvald could repair my maul. Can I communicate with fire inside my maul?
So as you pick it up, you hear, "Burn things!"
Thank God. Yes.
Not tested it yet.
Looks super derpy. Like, it's just like.
You have currently a -1 hammer.
Okay, that's okay. That can be repaired.
Adair goes, I'm a wizard!
You're a wizard. You're a wizard, Adair.
But it is a
If
magical
ever there
min-
was, a
You
whiz there
currently
was.
have a magical -1 hammer.
I almost
That's a
lost my
lot-
coffee on that one. Very good, Torvald. Very good.
-1 maul, but maybe we can repair this. So I'm going to go smack something. Give me a really, really useless piece of paper or a book.
He hands crafting with crystal over.
What? No, we're not gonna burn that. We might need that. Put
Well,
that. Put that in
apparently
your
it
bag.
didn't work very well the first times.
Aldous may want that. Put that in your bag.
Would you like to hit a demon?
Not as my first test. No, this could go really badly.
Adair points to the desk. The table
Okay.
or whatever it is that's right there and just...
Is there anything in the drawers? And I'm gonna empty out all of the drawers and go through it before I smash it.
You see papers, bits of broken crystal, lots of singed bits and bobs scattered out across the ground.
Okay, I am gonna go. Bam!
The floor, you hear the maul hits the floor, and nothing magical seems to happen. For the time being, this is a magical hammer, so it counts as a magical weapon, but as yet, it's not really fully functional in the burning things department. And you hear the voice, why can't I burn things?
We're
Let
working
me
on
burn
it, Clay.
things. Let me burn things. You promised I could burn things. This is not what you promised.
I promise you will get to burn things. We need to work this out because we're not wizards. Well, Adair's a wizard, but we're working on it. I want you to burn.
I want to burn. It won't burn.
We're working on it. I have a mole that talks to me now. This is kind of... The DM is going to have a...
You have a maul and a ring that talk to you.
Yeah, the gods above are going to be talking to me a lot.
You're going to have to, I think, at some point select your 3 attuned items because...
Well, I have 3 slots and only 1 thing's attuned.
Alright, in which case you can attune to both the ring and the hammer if you wish. Both will require attunement to...
I am going to attune to the hammer. I'm going to attune to my maul.
I'm going to say, whether it'll do things once... I will, let's say that for now it is... Once you've... It'll take you an hour or so to get used to it and attune to it, and I will work out then what exactly the results are of this casting and this what the magical effects of this hammer might be. I just need a little time to think about
explosive fire.
how definitely reliable this will be.
We're gonna have to find a forge so I can fix that for you.
I would be ever so grateful. It definitely needs some repairs.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna have to name it.
As you wait for Chrysara to attune to your hammer, are you doing that sort of waiting around in the laboratories, or are you...
What, while she's attuning to it?
That takes an hour, so essentially, are you just sitting there for an hour? Wait, was she, thinks about hammers for an hour, or are you...
Yeah, she just thinks about hammers. I guess Torvald would be looking around at different books and things. And are there any other doors other than the demon door?
Yeah, there's the door to a cupboard.
Okay.
And another cupboard on this floor. There's also a staircase leading up to the floor above.
And Torvald will look in the cupboards.
Maybe an investigation check is just searching around. It mostly seems to be components, supplies, bags of herbs. You find one box that seems to be entirely full of bat dung, like guano, for some reason. There's sort of weird.
I can think of a few reasons.
Like there's a box of what appears to be moldy, tiny pastries. Just
Yum.
sat there going slowly moldy, like little tiny ones.
Sweet.
But yeah, it mostly seems to be really random selection of stuff. But nothing that grabs you as particularly valuable, or I mean, you could probably sell some of it if you found a wizard who was in need of supplies, but
I don't need any supplies right now.
Yeah, we're done with supplies. That's for sure. That was for both cupboards.
That was for both cupboards. That's for sort of a full sort of searching around cupboard on this floor, looking through cupboards. So you don't have to to hang around and tune. You can leave it till later, and it doesn't have to be done now. But yeah, essentially, what are people up to? What would they like to poke, explore, pick up inadvisably?
Well, I think we should probably try to see what's going on behind this door, if the demon's there and such.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. I mean, the rat in the basement looks bad enough. I don't think you want to be opening a door with a demon behind it. Perhaps we should leave it for another day?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it seems like there might not be anything back there.
Are there any
I
other?
don't really know.
Are there any other spiders, rats, lizards, or anything else?
There are spiders, yes, wood lice, and you see an earwig, perhaps.
Wait a minute. Why do I even look around? Love badger.
A rat
Wait,
drops
that's
out of
an
Krasara's hat. Yes, it is.
I
Yes, it
always
is.
wear the hat.
You might have to do some selection of attuned items at some point because
Dun dun
Yeah.
dun.
the ring has other things if you attune to it, or another ability other than just being an annoying wizard voice.
Well, since I'm just burning spell slots today, I'm going to burn another one to speak with the rat. I'm going to explain to it that I called it forth from the void and gave it life. I am its creator. And I have one small task for it, and then it will be free to roam on its own. I would like it to go into this room on the other side of this door, and then come back and tell me what it sees.
And the rat scuttles under the door.
Thank heavens it doesn't generate goats. I'd feel guilty.
There's a pause, and then the rat scuttles back out from under the door.
And,
Nice bones. Lots of nice bones for gnawing.
okay.
I found my cousin.
Good. What, bones are alive?
Oh, alive. No.
Oh, good.
Oh, there's some tasty candles as well.
Good. Adair will take some ration out and give it to him and go, "You're welcome to share this with your cousin."
Okay. And the rat scurries back off under the door into the demon room.
I don't think the rat would have gone back into the room if there was still a danger. This is just a guess. The room, however, does appear to be filled with bones and candles.
Well, then let's take a look.
And Torvald will go over and open the door.
Adair's going to step back about 5 feet when he does this.
And as the door opens, and inside you see, in one corner of the room, there's a very sort of, not almost stacked, but pile of bones have been piled up in one corner. And you can see there's at least, there look to be at least 2 people's worth of bones there, perhaps 3. It's hard to see without doing a detailed search through. There's also candle holders around, sort of scattered around the floor. Most of the candles appear to be been gnawed away by rats. But it's inscribed into the floor itself. You can see there is a circle in chalk that is quite obviously smudged in one part. Other than that, there are cobwebs and a conspicuous lack of demons.
Well, we have some good news and we have some bad. Which would you like first?
Are you asking me or Logan?
The good news first, please.
Well, the good news is there's no demon in here.
I take it the bad news is then that their binding magic and warding does no good whatsoever.
No, the bad news is there's no demon in here.
Same thing. It balances.
Which means it's somewhere else and we can't just take care of it right here.
Oh dear, that's bad. That's bad. If the demons, there's also in one corner you can see a couple of books lying on the floor.
Can I see what the titles are?
The title of the first one is Demonology. The second one is The Well of Chaos. And the third one is I'm running out of demon-related names too. The third one is appears to
Demon
be
McDemerson.
a storybook about a fisherman catching a magic fish. It's called the wish fish.
Well, strange collection of books this is.
Torvald's gonna just like leave the room and close the door if there's nothing else interesting in there.
Before you close the door, Adair is going to ask Logan if do any of these bones look familiar to you?
My bones. That's me. Oh my god, I'm dead. Oh yeah, I know I'm dead. Oh my. Oh god, someone else is dead too. It's like a second skull. I don't have two skulls. Someone else.
You can ask Ira. Being dead is not the hindrance it used to be.
Would be
Don't
happy
panic.
to provide you counseling in your afterlife.
Step into my
dead
office.
You're dead as well. That explains why you're blue.
I was. I was dead, not was blue. Still blue. Always have been.
You're dead? You were dead?
We're dead, yes.
You got better?
Mostly.
Oh, you think I can get better?
Well, so the situation with me is, we still had my body. Your body's bones, so, I like the way that you are. I think you're perfect as you are. There is no need to be better. You are already your best. Dead.
I'm dead. Are we going to be stuck here forever? I tried before to go home to.
What if we take your bones? I don't know.
Maybe I can follow them. Maybe.
I will open up my bag of holding.
How do you
shove
know
all the
which
bones.
are yours exactly? It's not like you've ever seen them before.
You don't know that. Yeah, don't make assumptions.
Hey, no kink shaming here. Yeah.
It's just a feeling, you know. When you I don't know how you know, but I see them and I know that's so
Would
me.
you say
That's
you
my
feel
body.
it
That's
in
my
your
remains.
bones?
I feel it in my bones.
I don't think this is a time for humor. I'm dead, and I'm not
That was a serious
getting any
question.
better.
We should
I feel it in my bones. I don't have any bones. They're over there.
We should have a pun counter where we can only do a certain amount of puns per day, and if we reach that limit, we have to just turn the stream off, regardless of how long it's been.
Welcome to Isfjell, now 30 seconds long.
I'm the opposite of that. I think we should have a quota that we have to reach before the end.
We're like, this is hour 10.
Oh, goodness.
Find something.
Somebody please make the 39th pun.
But as you put the bones into the bag, you watch as the ghost of Logan disappears. The presence that you felt there is gone.
Oh no.
Why do you think that happened?
Unsure, and then I'll dump everything in the bag out.
Did you make sure? We'll save the point thing you managed to get the bag open today. But yes, you dump everything in the bag out, and it's scattering of. I can't remember what else is in there, but bones,
quite a bit,
those shards, a glowing crystal wand. You always draw the eye. The air sort of buzzes around it as the crystal wand rolls out of the bag. And I can't remember what else is in that bag, but
pretty much all of my belongings and then some extras of everyone else.
Some various crocodile themed tat you got from Bonebrook, I believe.
Torvald's gonna take his bag of holding and scoop the wand up with it, and
be careful with that. You can't be just dumping your bag when you got something so valuable in there.
Oh, it already broke once. We can just put it back together if it breaks again.
What if it gets into the wrong hands? What if it's an invisible demon?
Ooh.
Torvald like looks over his shoulder,
You can't see any invisible demons.
and then
I feel safe already.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so mark down that the crystal wand is now in Torvald's bag. That is important to know and keep track of. But yeah, as this scattering of bones scatter across the floor, you feel a chill settle on the room again. You go, that was odd. Oh, that was terrible. Oh, that was weird. I was nowhere. Oh, that was strange. Oh, that was so this void, just
Well,
this endless void.
Ira, I don't think we should put him back in there.
No, I don't think so either.
There was a light, and something was in there with me.
Oh. I'm gonna look inside my bag, like, hello?
Nothing answers back.
Ooh.
Well then, how about this?
and Torvald will take the bones and put them in his like real backpack.
Oh, that's. I'm still here. Oh, good, I'm still here.
Sorry about that.
Why couldn't you have a nice ring? I gotta carry around your corpse in my backpack.
Oh, Frollo. The ring was more Frollo's thing. Like, I offered to look after it for him, but he said no.
It was too precious. for me.
It's
Super.
Damn it, Tim! Beat me to it.
I've been saving that one, just waiting.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Well, maybe we should try one more door.
What's behind door number 3?
Wait.
Which door?
There are no more doors you've not opened. There are windows.
I don't do
And
windows.
Well, let's try going upstairs. See if we find anything.
All right. So you head up to the top floor of the building, and you find that on this top floor, it doesn't seem to be a full floor. It seems to be, actually, no, there's 2 more floors. So the first floor you enter, you find the doors there. As you open them, there appear to be bedrooms and sort of accommodation up here. So you find there are 5 bedrooms up on the floor above you and a bathroom.
Well, we can always stay here instead of the castle.
It's all very cobwebby, and
Haunted and demons.
you hear the scuttle of a rat.
I kind of like it.
A normal rat, or does it sound bigger?
It sounds normal sized.
Logan, which room is yours?
The ghostly hand appears and points to the first door on the left. I don't have a map.
Which room is Frollo?
Points across the corridor.
Which room is Davina's?
That one there.
We may not know, but we're going to at least know, in
Yeah.
tabletop.
Yeah. And he points
So I'm
also.
going to ask her for. I'm going to
yeah,
ask Logan for
and-
every room.
He also points out the last room. That's Gerda's room, and that one was Adelaide's.
Who had the bathroom?
Is Adelaide? Oh, we shared. Wizard Godfrey had his own bathroom
Bathroom
upstairs.
Area.
Wizard Godfrey had his own bathroom upstairs with his study and room on the top floor. He was in charge of the laboratory. Something happened. He had to leave. He went somewhere. He was arrested. Yes. I think My memory's a bit hazy of what happened sometimes. I think something about demons. They took him up to the palace. They were going to execute him, I think. I can't remember if they did. But... Oh, no, he fled the country.
He was arrested, and he fled the country.
I think... It's all a bit hazy. I think he escaped.
I understand you're a little lightheaded now.
Yes.
Out of your skull.
Yes, we had visitors. They came to visit. They went to talk to Godfrey, and then they dragged him out of here. And Davina said she would go to the palace and sort everything out, and then that we were just to carry on with work. And then things started going wrong, and I went to check on Gerda and I went to check on the demon room. I don't know why. I don't know. It seemed like a good idea. And just things went wrong. And have you seen Gerda anywhere?
No, I'm afraid not. Seen anyone but you. And we don't really see you.
And while I'm thinking about it,
I think I might have seen Gerda. That's Jaris. I think she might have been eaten by the rats.
Okay.
I didn't stick around to investigate, I'm being honest. I grabbed the incense, killed the rat and ran.
Well, if you'd have said something sooner, I could have asked my rat friend, but I'm sure it's been more than 10 minutes, and quite frankly, I'm not interested in Gerda enough to, waste another spell.
That is fair enough. But yeah, it's definitely more than 10 minutes.
Or we can go down and look together.
So this wizard is Godfrey, you
said? Yes, Godfrey Coldwater.
Adair's going to look at Torvald. I think we should look at the top room. I'll go do that if you wish.
I'll go with you.
Okay, so you're heading up to the top floor. Top floor, you find it opens out into sort of small landing. You can see there's 2 doors leading off it.
Logan, out of curiosity, what did this demon look like?
I don't really like to think about it. God. It kind of. I think it was looked a bit like a woman. I think. Maybe.
All right, anything else? Did it have wings or anything?
I think it had horns.
So a horny woman.
Kasara, we may need your help.
As soon as I finish attuning to this, I'll be there. What do you need?
I understand it takes one to know one.
Did I hear the horny woman comment?
Most likely.
Oh, well, I'll try to speed this up then. Is she wearing green?
I don't think she's wearing anything at all.
I'm almost done. Don't let her leave.
Okay, so Adair and Torvald went upstairs with the ghost of Logan. Krasara is still down in the main workshop. Ira, are you staying with Krasara or going upstairs with...
Well, I don't think I want to be around when the horny woman situation happens. And I don't think I want to be with the person who is speeding up the attunement process to go be with the horny woman. So Ira may just kind of go wander by herself at this point.
Okay, so you wondering on the floor with bedrooms, on the downstairs floor, or the basement?
Probably downstairs.
Okay, so yeah. So Ira, you head back downstairs, and there was that other large room beyond sort of the front desk. And it seems to be another workshop area. This one appears to have been mostly whatever was going on here seems to have been mostly mechanical. Like there's lots of cogs and gears, whatever someone was trying to do in here. Sort of sketches pinned to the wall indicate some kind of automaton-like device they were attempting to create here, and the bits and the parts. Puts you in mind a bit of the mechanical dogs you were chased by once some time ago, but much more basic and crude looking than that. Like this looks like someone's rough first attempts at that kind of thing. And as you're down there, I would like a perception check from you.
Of course.
And an investigation check if you're poking around.
Don't let anything eat your brain, Ira.
Perception was definitely a 5, but investigation was a 17.
Okay. So as you are poking around looking through drawers, you find in one of those drawers, it appears to be sort of padded and velvet lined, and sat in there is a necklace.
Ooh.
With 3 pretty orange-red crystals hanging off it.
I love trinkets. I will put it on.
It feels pleasantly warm against your chest, like the crystals do.
Well, if there's enough stuff lying around, Ira will just tinker, I suppose, and try to follow the diagrams. Just for fun.
So you're gonna do a bit of tinkering, and we'll get back to Ira's tinkering in a moment.
Excellent.
Krasara, as you are sort of focusing on sorting out what items you are and are not attuned to, Jairus is sort of wandering around, poking things cautiously, flicking through a couple of books. Some interesting stuff here, really.
What do you see that's interesting?
The books. They've got quite a lot of magical knowledge. I'm quite surprised. We were always led to believe that Tilafen was quite backwards when it came to magic. It seems they've got a little further on than we expected. But this place seems to have been abandoned, though.
Or destroyed.
Or destroyed, yes. Interesting. Yeah. I'd probably take a few of these books along with you if you like. Might be useful.
What books are they? What are the titles?
She sort of pulls out like Traversing the Unknown, a guide to planes beyond our own.
That sounds very beneficial.
This one here, Ancient Tales of the Dwarves.
Dwarvold might be interested in that one.
The Fall of the Dwarven Kingdoms. They definitely seem to be big on the dwarves here. I'm surprised no one's taken them. I wonder if I actually got any wizards left in this whole country.
That I don't know. Are there any others on fire elementals, or do you see anything on?
I can take a look through. I'd like you to roll me a d20, please, Krasara.
That's very. That's a 12.
Okay. Thank you.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
It's fine.
No, it's not.
Just roll a d20 and let me know what it is.
Yeah,
Okay, noted.
That's
Does she have
never-
the plague?
okay.
Does she have the plague?
No, you stayed away from the basement full of rats. You're all fine for
Da
now.
plague, da plague.
Not again. Just gather up anything interesting and put it into my bag, and we'll take it with us.
Okay. Yep, I'll, and she starts gathering a stack of books.
Just remember, your cut will also be large.
What exactly am I getting a cut of?
Our cut. Well, I suppose the others won't share with you, so it'll be my cut.
But, yeah, that sounds perfect. All right, well, should we go help with what's going on upstairs? And meanwhile, upstairs. Adair and Torvald, you've got these two doors. Would you like to open one of them?
Logan, where did these doors go?
Office, bedroom.
Which one do you want, Torvald?
Well, normally I'd go for the bedroom, but I'll take a look at the office.
Well, as a wizard, I guess I'm safe going into the wizard's bedroom.
All right, so Adair, you're going in the bedroom, and Torvald, you're going for the office. So Torvald, as you open the office door, you can see there's a desk, some bookshelves. Things seem to have been knocked over a lot in here. There's a large singe mark up one wall. A couple of the cupboards appear to be ransacked. The desk has been swept clean of things, and about half the books are missing from the shelves. It looks like someone has been in here. Yeah, so it looks like this place has been ransacked. There, as you open the bedroom, you can see there's a large four-poster bed dominating the room. A rather fancy-looking wardrobe, a chest at the base of the bed, some form of like rather fancy dressing table, a small door, slightly ajar at the back, appears to lead to a personal bathroom. It's a well-appointed, rather nice room. There is a portrait hanging on the wall as well that depicts a rather stern-looking man with a beard, and standing beside him is a young woman with a mass of sort of frizzy brown hair. Who doesn't really look much like him, but it looks to be sort of about 30 or so years younger, and he's sort of got a protective paternal arm on her shoulder.
Logan, who are the people in the painting?
Godfrey and Davina. Coldwaters.
Yes. Is there anyone in the bed? I think I better ask that.
No.
Okay,
There's
good.
no sign of anyone alive or dead in the bed.
Is the bed made or disheveled?
The bed is very neatly made. Like, had the panes smoothed down, all tucked in precisely round the corners. That annoying hotel bed style.
I would like to investigate the wardrobe, the chest.
All right.
Hopefully, I won't be sucked into another universe.
As you're poking around, as you're poking through, make me an investigation check. Torvald, what are you up to in the office?
There's a desk, right?
Yeah, there's a desk.
And you said it looked pretty rifled through.
It looks
Pretty
like
much
someone's
everything.
already very much rifled through here.
Is there anything else of note that I can see that might be interesting to check out? Or
There is a cupboard that's open and has been completely emptied. There's some half-filled bookshelves with a few books left remaining on them. And a rather large burn mark up one wall. And what appears to be, looks like a sword mark in the tabletop as well.
I'll go take a look at the burn mark and see a little closer and see what's going on over there.
I mean, just looking at it, it essentially looks like someone set fire to something. You make me an investigation check if you want to do some sort of forensic examination of the scene.
Nah, just a quick glance at it, and then he'll just go take a look at the desk and see if he can find any, maybe like things that haven't been gone through, like drawers, or like a secret stash, like underneath the desk or something like that.
All right, make me an investigation check for that, please.
7.
Nothing of particular interest. You find a few scraps and bits of paper referring to sort of seems to be plans for sort of mentions of ballistas and other sorts of war machinery that they're trying to convert to designing. And so you see one seems to be a letter from someone asking him, can you please focus on sensible things like ballistas? We have not got time for you to develop like magically powered flying warbirds. Like, focus, Godfrey, focus. Adair, what did you get again?
That would be a 16.
All right. As you're looking through, you find there's some very nice clothing in the wardrobe. You find Wizard Godfrey seemed to have been very fond of velvet and silk, and fancy embroidered robes with lots of stars and moons on them. You also find sort of in the dressing table there's sort of a couple of rather nice jeweled rings, engraved with lots of fancy arcane looking symbols, and other than lots of clothes and shoes and some books, mostly sort of history and fiction sort of books here rather than magical ones. And inside the dressing table you find a stack of letters bundled up and tied round with a velvet ribbon.
First thing is, are any of the robes green?
Yes.
I will take one of the green ones. The rings, I'm going to ask Logan if he knows anything about the rings.
Wizard Godfrey was very into shiny jewelry.
So they wouldn't have any special value, just...
He had some magical rings, but I don't know which ones they were. I think he wore those all the time. I don't think he left them in his dressing table.
I'm going to place my hand like it would be on Logan's shoulder, even though I know there's nothing corporeal, and just hold it there and lean in and go, Logan, I know my friends will probably take the rings. I'm trying to ask you if there's any value in them that you hold before they vanish into the pool of future monies.
They're shiny. Look, Wizard, he was my employer. Like, I'm not hugely attached to his shiny rings, to be honest.
I'll take them and pocket them, and then I'm going to look through the letters.
I mean, he was quite a good... Alright, so, as you sort of start opening the letters, quite a considerable stack. They appear to be love letters addressed to Godfrey.
Okay.
From a woman named Rosalind.
Logan, do you know who Rosalind?
No. I mean, I know a couple of Rosalinds. I don't know who, like, there's I know like 3 Rosalinds.
And
I've got a second cousin called Rosalind.
As I'm reading, if I see a particular phrasing or something, is there a Rosalind that would say something like this?
Not that I know. No.
How about
no.
this?
Oh, how does that? Can you even do that?
We'll have to ask Chrisara.
Wow.
So, Torvald
I don't
will,
want to hit.
Oh, I'm not in there. Never mind. Torvald will make his way over.
You're in the
towards
next room, yeah.
Adair.
As Torvald comes in, I'll be reading one of these out. You know, is there a Rosalind that would say this?
Well, I knew this one. It must have been, I don't know, 50 years ago, but that was a night to remember. I'll tell you that.
She was a knight.
Aye.
Interesting. Is there any kind of address marks or anything as to how these were delivered, or?
They are all addressed to Godfrey Coldwater, the Fen Square, Yezavin, Tila Fen, which is where you are currently.
Mm-hmm.
They have been sort of sealed up with wax on the other side, and the stamp on the other side is a stamp of some sort of ornate crown design. You can make, I think, a history check is most appropriate if you can work out what this might be.
Wow. That's an 18.
Yeah, you think you know what this is the crest of?
I like this dice.
I was trying to think. Maybe it came up in one of Herion's rambling lectures once. Maybe you've seen it somewhere on your travels after you've left the forest. But this is the crest of a part of one of the regions of the Elven Empire, a place called Melusina, which is an island out off the east coast of sort of the mainland. You might have actually seen it on some things in Isfjell, actually, because it's a place that does get raided by Isfjellians. So you've possibly seen this crest on someone's like trophy item that they've brought back from their raiding down south.
Torvald, do you know of a land called Melusina? Their crest crest looks like this.
Yeah.
What of it?
Just to make sure this knight that you remember so well wasn't from Melusina.
No.
Okay. Are you aware of maybe a Rosalind from that area? That ring a bell?
Does it ring a bell for Torvald?
First of all, I'll leave it up to you. Has Torvald been to Melusina?
You pulled up the map, right?
Yes, it is one of the islands I've not finished coloring in yet. Out south of the Fire Islands. It's quite a way away, but it is
probably not. No.
In which case, no, you don't know any Rosalinds in Melusina.
No, not that I know of.
Just makes me wonder if maybe that's where this Godfrey might have taken off.
Well, it could be.
I'll bundle up the letters and stick them in my pouch.
Is there anything else you need to check out?
I'm just trying to help our... Sorry.
Yeah, in amongst the love letter thing, there was a hint, a few mentions here and there scattered of sort of magical research and stuff. You think it would take a bit more time going through the letters to piece together sort of what exactly they were talking about there, but there's definitely something else in the communication as well as graphic descriptions.
Well, Logan, I will, if we come across to Godfrey, I will let them know your situation, and assuming you don't choose to come with us, and choose to go back to homeland with your bones.
I don't know what choice I get. If I don't know, do I have to haunt the laboratory? Do I have to haunt you now?
Well, I wouldn't call it haunting. You're just kind of talking to us.
I mean, I'm a ghost and I'm talking to you. Isn't that kind of haunting?
Well, but you're here by choice, and I'm obviously not afraid of you. I would tend to think of it more as a multi-dimensional friendship.
Sounds quite nice. Well,
And if you want us to bring your bones anywhere close, we can do that for you.
I like the. Well, my family's from Newbridge.
Where's that?
About a day's ride west of Yezevin.
Well, we might be able to fit that in at some point.
But I mean, I don't want to have to haunt Newbridge either.
Well, it's your afterlife, so you let us know. And
I mean, where do I go if I just die? What happens next? Where's the blue lady? Can I talk to the blue lady?
aye, hold on.
Like she
Is there
seems to
anything else
have
you
no.
need to do it there? You seem fine up here.
Hey, did you find anything in the office?
Not a thing. There's some burn marks. But other than that, not much.
Nothing especially meaningful.
Um,
Oh, I did find, and he'll pull out the rings and show them to him. I did find these. I thought we'd take them with us. Maybe they'll have some value at some.
All right.
and you said you hand them to Torvald?
I show them to you, and I'll put them back in my pouch. Unless you try to take
okay.
them. I mean, if you try, I won't stop
yeah.
you if you try to take them. I was just showing them to you.
I'm just like the party pack mule because I have the bag. That's all. You can hold on to them.
All right, I'll go check on the others.
Right. Kasara, you are now attuned to your -1 hammer of fire.
Awesome.
And Jairus is like, I really think we should be wrapping up here. I'm not comfortable with staying here long. We've been here for several hours, and this is kind of, perhaps we should head back to the palace. It's, I don't know. This place is just giving me the creeps.
Torvald
Ghosts.
down there yet or no?
You come down there, yeah. And Ira is busy. Are you trying to make anything in particular, or just?
You're muted.
Yes, I know. I was trying to unmute. She's just trying to follow whatever examples are available to her. So if she saw like a bunch of drawings of like automaton dogs or anything, she'll be doing that.
All right, make me both an intelligence. No, make me both an arcana and a sleight of hand check here. See,
Okay.
whether you can work out how to assemble these parts, and B, can you assemble the parts? Like it's.
So Arcana is 14 and Intelligence is 18.
Sleight of hand was the second one.
Oh,
It's Arcana
shoot.
and sleight. So just
So is
change the
Arcana
modifier.
and then Sleight of Hand?
Yeah, so just alter the modifiers. And...
17.
Right, so you reckon you think you know how this is supposed to go together, and you managed to fix the parts together, and wasn't necessarily a dog. The instructions seem to be for some kind of mechanized little, almost mouse-sized creature that can sort of keep watch and give an alarm. And you think you've assembled the bits. It seems to only go in circles. This little metal creature.
This is awfully fun.
It's around in circles. Like 6 little legs. It's around.
I'm going to name you.
Dave.
Roomba.
I'm going to name you Skitter. Wow, he knows his name. Everyone, I made a mouse. I'm gonna pick him up and I'm gonna carry him upstairs.
Alright, so everyone sort of like, reconvenes in the upstairs workroom. You've covered this. You've been to most parts of the building apart from the rat-infested basement, and Iris holding this little skitter mouse in her hands. You see Jaris is holding a large stack of books.
I'm enjoying this laboratory
useful.
quite a bit.
This looks useful. I just, boss.
Yeah, we're leaving.
Why are we leaving?
She's uncomfortable?
And why does she get to make the decisions?
No, you're uncomfortable as well, boss. You told me that you didn't. You had stuff to do back at the palace, right?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Are you gaslighting our Crystal?
Why
No.
are you listening
okay,
to her all of a sudden?
Okay, I just don't like it here, and I just really wish we could get out of here. The basement is full of rats, and there's at least one ghost, and there's a demon somewhere in here, and
Why is she
we now
acting
have a
so
mouse on our
funny?
side.
Why is Crisara acting so funny?
I
You
don't
better
know.
tell me the truth or know if you're lying to me.
Look, you've known her longer than me. I don't like. I don't know. Does she not? I don't know how she normally acts. Like she was talking to herself a minute ago. She says there's a guy called Frollo who's living in her head. Perhaps, like, I don't know. She's been possessed by Frollo.
Crisara,
Hmm?
is this true?
No, he's still in the ring. He's in the ring.
All right. Well then, I guess we can get going. Why don't you go along ahead?
Yes, that sounds brilliant. And she sort of heads off down the stairs and out the building.
Okay, and I'll follow.
Crisara, wait up.
I was going with her.
Well, I told you to stay. Well, I asked you to stay. Sorry.
Well,
Why are you listening to her?
well, she's a friend. I mean, she seems uncomfortable. I mean,
It doesn't seem like you to just follow someone around.
Well, I mean, we've found lots of things, so I need time to practice.
Is
Besides,
Adair there too in the room?
She's kind of hot.
Adair, does something seem off to you?
More so than usual, yes.
All right. Well, I guess let's get going then.
Well, before we go, Logan, is there anything from your room that you need or would like us to take?
Oh, there was a letter I was writing to my mum. Can you post it for me?
Is there anything you want us to add to it? Dear Mom, I'm dead. By the way, I died today. My bones will be delivered by a small man and a tall man. They both smell.
I suppose. I suppose, yes, someone should tell her. Perhaps add a PS at the end. P.S. Mother, I'm very sorry. I appear to have died.
How about
I'm trying to fix it.
how
Maybe
about
you should write it in the perspective of you not being dead yet.
yeah, how about P.S. Mother? I am away from things and taking some time apart for a while to find myself.
Yes, that works. That's nice and vague. She might. It's probably easier on her than telling her I'm a ghost. Wait. So, are you leaving the laboratory?
Yes, but Torvald wants to keep an eye on Krasara because she's acting funny. And I don't know if this is a animal sacrifice situation. I'm just reading too much into it.
Adair's going to take the green robe that he has and take it up to Krasara and go, Krasara, what do you think of this? I thought you might like it.
I absolutely love that.
Wonderful. I don't want to get too personal, but I just want to make sure. Are you getting some kind of a relationship with this Sharis that we need to... we don't want to get in the way of anything. And seem a lot closer, and I'm just concerned because you have your friend back in the nasty swamp area.
Oh yes, I do quite like him, but she's very nice. And since we're friends, she's kind of hot, you know.
Was there any particular point where you began to feel this way? That she was more hot than before?
No, I don't think so, no.
Do I think she's lying?
Make me an insight check. And the question is, does Krasara think she's lying?
Krasara, where's the spider rod staff thingy?
25, by the way.
Wow.
Does Krasara think she's lying?
She doesn't know. But no, she's a very attractive person.
So where's that rod? Is it in?
I still have
Krasara's-
it.
Krasara still has it.
I still have it.
All right.
She hasn't done anything wrong. She hasn't done anything to hurt us.
Well, do you mind if I hold on to the rod for you?
You want my rod?
Aye. I can put it in the bag.
It
It'll fit right here in the hole. What's everyone laughing about?
I have no clue.
We have come full circle. This joke was made, what, episode 2?
Yes.
I don't understand why you want it. I've not used it against you.
Well, I was just asking.
I mean, I suppose you're not going to take it from me.
Krasara, you've known me for a very long time.
And I also know that whenever I was trying to rescue my daughter, you sent away the only help I had.
Aye. But I also know you'd never willingly give the thing up. You're acting kinda strange, and it's bothering me.
Well, I could be just tired. I mean, we did just nail a fire elemental inside my mole, which, by the way, I do need you to fix.
I'll help you with that. But there's more pressing matters. And I'm getting... You haven't seen a little brain around, have you?
Not lately. Is Ira possessed again?
I was thinking more of you. What?
I'm
You
not.
talking about me?
Where did
But
you...
I mean, I do have a
Or
really
even-
annoying. I do have an annoying ice cream stuck in my head.
Oh wait, that was
That was Frollo in her head, yeah.
Frollo in her head.
'Cause
Okay, so
yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Sorry, I need like a signal for I am talking in like
Well,
head.
I am talking in Frollo. Yeah.
I am
Don't you-
talking in Frollo.
why don't you take off that ring then and give it to me?
I have to take off the ring. It's been really nice having your company. I like it in here.
He likes it in there.
Well, your friend suggested you might be possessed by it.
It is
Actually,
I think no.
I mean, it's
Logan.
I think she's just nervous. She's
would that
very
ring be able to possess
uncomfortable.
my friend?
I don't really know. It was an experimental thing Frollo was working on. He said it was to protect his mind from the brain demons that could read your thoughts.
Well, then this ring would
he was
actually
a
protect
strange. He was a strange little man. Frollo was.
Well, it'd probably protect him because he doesn't have a brain anymore.
Yeah, he kept going on about how there were alien brain creatures that wanted to eat everyone's brains. Weird man.
Well, he's
Is
not
that-
wrong.
me. I was about to say, does that sound familiar?
Grisara, why don't you take
Oh
off
yes, the brain people.
just in case?
Well, I mean, I've already attuned to it. It's very. It'd be a shame to take it off. But let's
All
just go
right.
back. Let's just go back to the palace. We'll get something to eat.
Well, let me
Grisara?
just do something a little quick then.
Okay.
Thunderer, dispel any magics that might be affecting my friend Grisara.
And you just see like a surge of electricity come from his chest, like in his armor, and it just like goes directly to Grisara as it causes her body like convulse and like fly back. And I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic.
Okay, let me just check what level that is, and I just need to check something.
Starts at 3rd.
So that's just, is you casting it just at third level?
At 3rd level,
I-
if what it's against is 3rd or below, it's dispelled. Above that, there's a die roll. But I don't know what it is up top of my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just-
I will
Check,
cast it at the 4th level just to be safe, I guess.
Okay,
I
I'm
have
going.
no idea. All right, so Dispel Magic is automatically end effects of the spell's level equal or less than its level. And then if not, then it's
It's the spell's level plus 10 is the DC, right?
Yes. So I'm going to ask for a roll, please, on that.
Jeez.
Because, and also I'm going to ask, where are you doing all this? Is this in the square as you're walking, or is this when you've arrived back at the castle?
oh, still in the place.
Or
Like
is this
in
before
the-
you've left?
Yeah.
Right.
Probably on like the first floor, like
Okay,
where
so you're
the
down
chest
sort of
was.
in the
Yeah, like we're
reception
on our
area.
way
Yeah,
out.
in the reception area. Okay. So make me the
Jeez.
roll.
Okay. All right, that's 10. Rolled a 10. Is
Yes.
it just the
I think you add your spellcasting modifier.
Oh yeah, so 18.
In which case, Crisara, you feel your mind clear. As this charm and Jairus' presence in your mind is gone. Like, and that extra little voice in your head, you now just have one voice in your head rather than two.
Where is Sharis? Has she already left?
Jaris is standing in the doorway.
Oh,
Sort of
okay.
this doorway, this with the street behind her.
Can I tell that did anything, or like what does Torvald know about?
Depends what Kasara is about to do in these last couple of minutes before the end of the session.
Why did you try to electrocute me?
I was casting out any magics that might be affecting ya.
I seem fine.
All right. So nothing was causing you to do anything against your will or act strange.
I don't think so. No.
All right.
So just to be clear, some things when they're dispelled, she would know, some they wouldn't. So
Wouldn't she
in this
know?
case, she doesn't know.
She knows that the presence in her mind has gone, and she is essentially, for the point of out of character, she is no longer charmed. But
Ira's got a protection against charm, doesn't she?
Ira wasn't.
Within a
Ira
certain
wasn't
range,
there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only 10 feet, isn't it?
Ira had gone downstairs. You had gone upstairs.
Oh, tricky. I thought it was the ring. Okay.
But yes, as you feel your mind clear, Kasara, and as you're standing in the reception area, ready to go back to the castle, the question is, does anyone want to do anything here, or are you heading back to the castle?
I'm going to ask Rosara what she thinks of Sharish now.
She seems pretty hot, but...
Isn't it?
All right, I had to check.
I guess that's what any good friend would do if I ever hit you over the head with my maul. I'm just checking on you.
I think it's a little different. You hit me with a maul versus me using a spell to try to purge you of magical effects that could be hindering you.
I wouldn't hit you hard.
Well, obviously not now.
So yes, as you head back up to Aldous and the castle, bearing with you stacks of books, various valuable loot, a slightly melted hammer, which I will sort the exact stats of what it does by next session. We've got to and with several new companions in tow. We have not only Jaris, we also have Skitter, the mouse creature, which I will also work out what exactly its capabilities could be. I'll talk to you, Moira. And also Logan, the ghost, Frollo, the voice in Krasara's head. And I think that's it for things you've picked up in the laboratories. Apart from some nice jewelry for Ira, which
Well, I picked up some too.
yes, some nice jewelry all around.
I might start going for the bling. You never know. I'm a wizard now, after all.
Yes, and Adair has some wizard robes if he wants. Got a nice green wizard robe. But yeah, we've got a couple of weeks of break now. We're having I think we'll call it a summer break for now. So there is no session next week, but the week after that there is a session, but it's not Isfjell. So we will be, well, some of us here will be playing Monster of the Week, in which a band of intrepid hunters, investigators, I think it's yet to be decided, face off against a fearsome monster that is preying on the innocent inhabitants of a small town somewhere. It's going to be interesting. It's a new, different system, different game, trying out something new for a while. So week after next, come on by. And then week after that, we'll be back with the 30th session of Isfjell as, well, reconnect with Aldous. You get the promised map of the West, which you were promised by the Queen. And, well, perhaps tangle a bit further in the matters of Yezavin, which is also known as the Campaign Trap. Because the last time I played a campaign that went to Yezavin, they did not leave Yezavin for 12 sessions.
Impressive.
That's what Yezavin does to you.
It's the squirrels.
It's the squirrels. But yes, thank you everyone for joining us, and good night / afternoon.